Carbon Dino football on the peak. KRPX 95.3 FM.
Stephen Colson, number 26, Stockton Kennedy, number 12, Derek Wayne, number 15, Logan Richards, number 2, Caden Vasquez, number 11, Tony Wilson, number 27, Dominic Allen, number 67, Easton Fawcett, number 55.
Carbon Dino football, powered by Castle Country Radio on KRPX 95.3 and online at castlecountryradio.com or with the KRPX radio app. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Muscaridi and Aiden Mortensen.
Good evening and welcome to Carbon Dino football here on 95.3 Peak, where the Dinos play. And welcome to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show tonight. It is going to be a good evening. Joining me in the broadcast booth, several in the broadcast booth, Aiden Mortensen, and saying it's a good evening. It can't get any better. We're at a high school football playoff game tonight. The Carbon Dinos on the road against Juan Diego.
Yeah, this is a different type of game here tonight, Sonny. I mean, you look at it, it is playoff time here in the state of Utah, and you can feel it in the air. Both teams, you can tell during warm-ups, they feel that extra little pressure coming from the playoffs rolling around, and just you can tell from the coaches to the players to the fans that it is here and it is time to go.
And the listeners, I know that we say this all the time, so they're probably used to hearing this, but there's 2 seasons now in high school football. There used to be 3 when it was preseason, regional, playoffs, but now with the RPI rankings, there's a regular season and the playoffs. It doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. This is a fresh start tonight. Wash it all away, and it can be a one-game season, because if you win, you move on, and if you lose, you go home.
Yeah, and everyone's starting this season 0-0, and both these teams here tonight, Juan Diego and Carbon, both looking to get things rolling off in the postseason the right way with a W.
So the Carbon Dinos coming in tonight on the road against a Juan Diego team that likes to run the football load.
They do. They run a split-back veer offense. Now, that was popularized in Houston. That's also where the original location of the triple option came from. It's a very versatile offense. I mean, you can run the ball, you can run to the outside. Sunny at Canyon View, that the biggest problem that Carbon would have faced was if they were to give up the first turnover of the game, which they did, and we saw how that turned out.
Right.
Now, in games where we've seen them play smart football, keep hold of the ball, and force turnovers from the other team, those are the games, Sonny, that the Dinos tend to win.
Both these teams like to run the football, so there's going to be long possessions. You have to have long drives, and when you have long drives, it's a must that you take care of the football. Otherwise, you get in the red zone, turn the ball over. Something the Dinos have done in this season. They need to erase all that tonight, start clean, take care of the football, and they'll be fine tonight.
Yeah, and I can't think of a better time to start clean than the playoffs. I mean, looking at the Dinos, they look prepared down there on the field. All the players looking their during warm-ups. I mean, I haven't seen the Dinos looking this crisp in a while, so I think we're in for a good one, Sonny.
They've rocked in tonight, and they look like they're ready to take care of business.
And talking to Coach Rushton a little before the game, he explained that this is just a business trip as usual for the Carbon Dinos, and I'll go down on the field later, Sonny, to get some more insight from him before we start this game.
Yeah, we'll get some interviews. We'll go down and talk to both coaches before the game. We'll get their thoughts before this game starts. We got a lot to do here still on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's playoff football here in 3A, and we're on the road. We're at Juan Diego. Soaring Eagle against the Carbon Dinos. First round of the 3A tournament. We're going to take a break and then we'll come back more of the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. 95 through the Peak This is where the Dinos play. The Brandons Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or everyday vehicle that drives your life, the train technicians at Brandons Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, the 24-hour towing service supports just a call away, anytime, day or night. Driving the Landings Diesel from expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landings Diesel is always here.
This is Dave and Ryan from Dave and Ryan's Movie Review. Experience movies the way God intended them to be seen on the big screen at the King Cole Theaters.
And action.
Whether it's stunning action, heart-stopping horror, tender romance, gut-busting comedy, or wholesome family flicks, movies are always better on the big screen. Connect on Facebook for instant access to showtimes and the latest blockbusters. With showing 7 nights a week and matinees on weekends, you can immerse yourself in the magic of movies at the King Cole Theaters. The quarterback counts on the O-line for protection in the pocket. In Castle Country, you can count on Farm Bureau agent Joe Jensen to protect your family's blind side no matter what life throws at you. She is there to handle all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't scramble around looking at multiple insurance companies. Talk to Farm Bureau agent Joe Jensen and see how she can protect you with what matters most. Call 637-8400. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. At Centerville Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. Centerville Health accepts private pay, Medicare, and commercial insurance. Ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at Centerville Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let Centerville Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
According to Greek mythology, Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, was born emerging from Zeus's head. That's wait, what?
Yes, I was born in full armor with a Gucci bag, ready to fight off the snakes in real estate using my uncanny strategies and some help from the Titans.
Oh, real estate titans. Gods at finding and selling homes and property lightning fast.
There's a nice listing in Athens.
Real estate titans can sell your home or find the right new home for you. Go to UtahHomeTitans.com. You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football here on 95.3 Peak, where the Dinos play. On the road tonight, first round of the 3A playoffs for football, the Carbon Dinos against Juan Diego. We'll talk a little bit about Juan Diego. Aiden, looking at their record, they're 5-5. An interesting stat that we noticed when we were on the break, actually.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an interesting fact. They may be 5-5 right now, but those 5 wins have all come at away sites. They have not won a home game yet this year. They're 0-4 at home, 5-1 on the road, which is, you really don't expect that. You expect to see it the other way around, a bit of a home warrior team. But no, the Juan Diego Eagles, they are a road warrior, and that's something that might come into effect tonight.
As you said, 5-5 record. First-year coach Danny Larson running the split back rear and a 4-3-7 defense, 7 returning starters, ranked 7th in the RPI rankings. This team's a good football team. One person that we'll have to watch tonight is senior running back Archuleta. He has rushed for 697 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns.
And that is an astonishing feat, and it really shows how powerful Juan Diego's run offense is going to be. And you can't just watch out for Archuleta. You got to watch out for Corbin Berkeley, 645 rushing yards of his own to go along with 4 rush touchdowns and a receiving touchdown of his own. So very run-heavy team from Juan Diego. I mean, looking at their quarterback, Caden Menzenin, 739 passing yards on the season, 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But, Sonny, he's only been able to complete 34% of his passes. So that's something I think the Dinos could take advantage of going into this game. That's my key to the game for the Dinos. if they can make the other team one-dimensional, if Carbon can stop the run here tonight and force Juan Diego into a pass game, they have a competent secondary, a very strong secondary unit, and I think that could be the difference maker here in this first round of the playoffs.
Juan Diego scoring 27.6 points per game and allowing 21.4 points per game. So they've had a lot of close games this season. And here's another interesting stat. They're winners in games where their opponents have scored over 30 points.
Yeah, even if Juan Diego has scored 30 in a few of those games as well, as soon as that other team crosses the 30-point threshold, the Soaring Eagle just haven't been able to find what it takes to overcome that deficit. And, they have a strong defensive unit as well. So they run a 4-3 defense. They returned 7 starters at the start of this year on that side of the ball. And they are wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks, something Stockton Kennedy is going to have to be on the lookout for tonight. Darian Otto, Adric Lillestrand, Kiana Yeager, they have combined for 13 sacks on the season as just a 3-man group. That's spectacular numbers on any level of the game.
We'll take a look at our Carbon Dinos now. As we said, Danny Larson, the first-year coach for Juan Diego, first-year coach for the Carbon Dinos, Braden Rushton for the Dinos, and they come in tonight with a 3-win season. Started out the season very good. They've played hard. They've been competitive. Turnovers have been the difference for the Carbon Dinos.
Turnovers, and Sonny, those wins came in the preseason. That was still a tough preseason slate, but the 3A South, in my opinion, is one of the most grueling slates any school can have to go through. I mean, you have 3 teams really vying for a potential spot in that state championship game. You got Richfield, you got Manti, and you got Juab. Those are 3 teams who really lay down the boom, and we've seen that all throughout the season. Those 3 teams, kind of like a Pac-12-esque fashion, they've kind of cannibalized each other.
Well, yeah, those are tough games, but then Emory is ranked number 2 in 2A, and that was a part of that group of teams that had to play back-to-back, a brutal part of the second half of the schedule for the Dinos.
Yeah, 6-game stretch where I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, Sonny. You were playing some of the toughest teams in the 3 to 2A region, and you can't discredit them though, Sonny. They have put on some very good performances. A lot of it was closer than the scoreboard may indicate, but like you said earlier, turnovers have been that major difference that has impacted the Dinos' chances of winning this season.
Yep, they run the air raid offense. They have 8 returning starters on the offensive side of the ball. Talk a little bit about the Carbon offense.
Carbon's offense, the air raid, it was so fun to watch at the start of the season. It's not built on long shots downfield. The Dinos' bread and butter, Sonny, is quick passes. That's what they thrive off of. And watching them when they execute is incredible. And that's why they've kind of struggled in the red zone throughout the season. Once you get closer and closer to that goal line, opposing defenses can really start keying on your movements and really apply a lot of pressure in that short game. So the Dinos tonight, they're going to have to rely on that short game. If they can get that going, I can see them really pulling away, especially if they can also rely on the legs of Tony Wilson and Stetson Paulson, 2 running backs who have absolutely dazzled this season.
So on the defensive side for the Dinos, 4-2-5 defense with 6 returning starters.
And the Dinos defense, especially in the secondary ranks, has been incredible.
Yes.
Forcing turnovers, forcing incompletions. They're doing everything in their power to try and stop it. The problem for the Dinos defense this season, Sonny, especially in the latter half, has been tackling, especially in the run game. That's when the Dinos have really struggled with trying to get things going on the ground.
So the Dinos ranked 10th in the RPI rankings. Let's take a look at some players. Let's take a look at Stockton Kennedy, the quarterback for the Carbon Dinos. The senior, wearing number 12, has passed for 1,702 yards, 18 touchdowns. He has had a great season for the Carbon Dinos.
I mean, you look at his jump from last season to this. He surpassed his total passing yards from last season in the first game, as well as his passing touchdown total. So we're seeing a different Stockton Kennedy, and it's thanks to some of the weapons that he's surrounded with.
Taking a look at some more stats here for the Carbon Dinos, the running back senior Tony Wilson. 533 rushing yards, 375 receiving yards, 7 total touchdowns. He's a threat on the ground. He can catch the ball coming out of the backfield. he has had a great season as well for the Carbon Dinos.
And you can't understate his importance to the engine that is the Carbon Dinos. I mean, he, especially in that Union game, they found themselves down early or late in this first half, 7-0. Tony Wilson breaks off a huge run, plows his way into the end zone, and it was all downhill. But from there for the Cougars and all on the up and up for the Dinos. Tony Wilson finished that game with nearly 200 yards, Sonny. I don't know if people listening can understand how incredible that is on any level of the game, let alone on the high school level.
Tight end Maddox Wilson, 240 up, 5 receiving yards, 5 TD catches. He also has 13 tackles, 4 sacks, and 5 hurdles on the defensive side of the ball. The senior, he'll be huge tonight in this game.
And he's one of those players that offenses are going to have to scheme around because he can shut down the outside run very effectively. The only flaw I've seen in his game sometimes is he gets a little too pass rush happy. Notice on film and you think to yourself, okay, that's something we can easily fix. And so I expect to see a very disciplined version of Maddox Wilson here tonight, someone who is going to still make the plays that he's used to making, but one who does it in a very smart way.
And Aiden, the winner of this game will move on at 6 p.m. They will travel. They will play Richfield. Richfield, the number 2 seed with the bye. So the winner of the game tonight between Juan Diego and Carbon will play Richfield on the 1st of November at 6 o'clock.
And that's a team that we are all too familiar with, Sonny. Richfield vying for a back-to-back state championship. They have a 20-plus game winning streak going into this state tournament, looking to defend their state title from just a year ago where they defeated Manti in the championship game. So Richfield, a lot really on the line for him going into the later rounds of this playoff.
Some other games tonight. Ogden will play Union. That game will be at 6 p.m. tonight as well. Number 6, Ogden. Number 11, Union. Winner will play Grantsville. That will be on the 1st as well. On the top part of the bracket, Aiden, it'll be Canyon View and North Sanpete. That is tonight at 6 also. Winner will play Morgan on November 1st at 6 o'clock as well. That's a look at the brackets here in the 3A.
And, you know, looking at poor Ogden and Union, they get region round 3 coming into this one. I mean, they played each other earlier this season in region play, and then they get Grantsville, who they've also seen in the regular season. So really, for them, that's just going to be a familiar slate of foes, no matter who gets to that semifinals game at Zions Bank Stadium.
So fresh start tonight. Throw everything out. Regular season doesn't matter anymore tonight. The winner moves on, and the loser, their season will come to an end. It's the Carbon Dinos against the Juan Diego Soaring Eagles. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more. We're going to go down to the field. Aiden's going to go down and interview both coaches before the game. We'll get their thoughts on tonight's first round game of the playoffs for 3A here in Utah. You are listening to Carbon Dino Football, 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Remodeling as easy as 1, 2, 3. 123 Remodeling. From basements to ceilings, indoor to outdoor. Chris Nunez at 123 Remodeling is local, licensed, and insured. Framing, plumbing, electrical, drywalling, patios, garage doors. 123 Remodeling can build it, install it, and repair it. Chris is always communicating with his clients and is always transparent. Stay away from those out-of-town fly-by-night contractors. Keep it local with the all-new 123 Remodeling. Call 435-630-2215. 630-2215.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
I'm Deegan Richards, number 2, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, home of the Dinos.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play Carbon Juan Diego, first round action of the 3A Utah State football playoffs. With that, let's go down to the sideline. Aiden is down with first-year head coach of Juan Diego, Danny Larson. Aiden.
Thank you, Sonny. I'm down here on the field with Juan Diego head coach Danny Larson. Coach Larson, thank you for taking the time to come talk to us. So you haven't played the Dinos this year, non-region matchup for you guys entering the playoffs. What are some things you guys have seen on film that you'll be keying on going into this game?
Well, first off, we haven't played them since, I think it's 2017, 2018. We are familiar with them. Their athletic director down there, Ted Bianco, was our athletic director just a couple years ago. And so actually, 2 years ago. So, because this is my second year as AD and head coach. So we are familiar with Carbon. The one thing that we noticed right off the bat, right from the very beginning of the season, is this is a much improved Carbon team. So, they started off the season pretty fast, and they caught our attention early on. And so we've been watching them throughout the season. But yeah, they're a good football team.
And then looking at the offensive side of the ball for you guys coming into this game, is there anything in particular that you guys have been looking at?
No, look, we are who we are, and we know that, and that's we focus on just being the best Juan Diego that we can be. We have our system, and we stick to it. We have to be patient with it, and that's been our focus this whole week, is just being the best Juan Diego we can be.
And then defensively, same question. Anything in particular you guys have emphasized this week?
So very similar. We're a very disciplined type football team. We have our rules. We stick to our rules and we stick to our guns. There's a few adjustments. Like these guys have shown a tendency to be able to throw the ball and run the ball. We pride ourselves in stopping the run, and so we're anticipating them throwing the ball a little bit. So we put a little bit of effort into that.
And then coming into this week, playoffs, usually a big change in atmosphere for these teams. Are you guys treating this game any differently, or is this going to be just a business as usual game for you guys?
That's exactly it for us. It has been business as usual. Surprising a little bit for me. Because we had a down year last year, so I thought coming into this week we'd have lots of nerves, and the kids, we're a senior heavy team, so the kids have been here, done that, and they're focused on what they need to do.
And then is there anyone in particular on the field tonight we should be on the lookout for to put on a show?
Oh my goodness. They could come from anybody. It just depends. Both of our running backs, Roman Rossano, Corbin Buckley, they could go off at any time. Our quarterback is dynamic, Hayden Mezzinin. Our offensive line, they're pretty dominant at times, and there's all the guys across the board there are pretty legit. Defensively, once again, it's the guys up front. Kainoa Yeager, Adric, Lillestrand, Sebastian Ramirez, Lachlan Cruz. Those are the guys that they're going to be, I expect, to have a good game.
Now, Coach, is there anything you'd like to leave our listeners with before we let you go?
Welcome to Juan Diego.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Larson. And back to you in the booth, Sonny.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows.
more right here for the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Carbon Dino Football 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. This is the place to be for Carbon Dino Sports right here at Castle Country Radio. So we'll go down to the field once again. Aiden is down with the head coach of the Carbon Dinos, Braden Rushton. Take it, Aiden.
Thank you, Sonny. I'm down here on the field with Carbon High School head coach Braden Rushton. Coach Rushton, always a pleasure to be down here with you. And tonight feels just a little different in the air with playoffs finally here. Now, you're taking on a pretty tough Juan Diego team. What's something in film sessions that you've seen so far that you're kind of looking for with the Eagles?
We just got to take care of business up front. They've got a really good football team here. But nothing that we can't handle come out. We play our kind of football that we played earlier this season. It's playoffs, so now it's anybody's ball game.
Now, this is your first season as head coach in the playoffs. Is there any change in mentality for you guys, or is this going to be business as usual?
It's got to be business as usual. You don't want to get these kids out of their funk, and you want to keep them doing what they've been doing and playing good, and that's really the biggest thing is trying to maintain stability as you move into the playoffs and not give into the hype of it all and just kind of go out, relax, and play a good, solid football game.
And let's look at the offensive side of the ball first. Last week you had some glimpses of some really good things. Maddox Wilson looks to be returned into form. Tony Wilson as well, just looking like Tony Wilson. What are some things that you guys have been working on offensively for this game?
Just take care of the football, moving the ball, getting into the hands of different individuals, allowing them to go out and make plays and be those playmakers that we know they are.
And then defensively, what are you guys kind of keying on today?
Definitely flying around. This is an aggressive football team. We want to be just as aggressive, if not more, and get out there and make those football plays that we know our guys can make and that they've been making all year.
And then something that kind of stood out to me in preparation for this game is it's really a clash of styles. You're running against a split back veer offense, and you guys kind of run more of that air raid. We've seen a little more run heavy the past few games, but is there anything stylistically that you guys have changed going into this game?
Offensively, not a whole lot. We do what we do, and we're going to go out there and do our best and play our best, and good things are going to happen. We're going to score a lot of points, and that's what we're aiming to do.
And then, Coach Rushton, are there any players on the field tonight that we should be on the lookout for tonight to put on a show?
You always want to look at our top guys. Stockton Kennedy, Maddox Wilson, Tony Wilson.
those are some of the offensive guys, Stetson Paulson as well. And then, defensively, we're looking at some of our younger guys, especially with Daxton Maurer and Ricky coming out, making those plays that we need them to make.
Now, Coach, is there anything you want to leave for our listeners before we let you go get back to the team?
I'll just go Dinos.
Well, thank you, Coach Rushton. Back to you in the booth, Sonny.
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Coach. With that, we're about ready for the kickoff of tonight's game. We had the coin toss at the 50-yard line, and Juan Diego won the toss. They have elected to receive. The Dinos will be kicking. They'll go right to left on your radio dial. The Dinos come out tonight with their blue pants, white jerseys, blue number, white helmets, looking sharp. Juan Diego, all blue with white numbers. We're about ready for the start. Aiden's on his way running back up here, and we'll get him here right for a kickoff as we are ready for the first-round playoff on the road here, Juan Diego against the Carbon Dinos. Want to thank Juan Diego High School for their hospitality, getting us set up, and they've been very kind. And we're ready for the start of football. And Aiden, welcome back. Thank you. Great interviews.
Oh, thank you, Sonny. I felt a little bit like Usain Bolt running back up those stairs. I was using my frail 22-year-old body to try and get up here, but I'm excited for the Dinos to play some football. We're moments away now from kickoff, and something that we noticed on the sideline beforehand is the absence of Luke Brady, the normal kicker for the Dinos. So I would be surprised to see if they go for anything tricky on this kickoff and instead just focus on kicking it to the back of the end zone, set Juan Diego up at that 20-yard line.
So Fail back to receive the kick for Juan Diego. And we're ready for the start of tonight's game between the Carbon Dinos, Juan Diego. Should be a good one.
This is going to be an exciting one. 0-0. Both these teams off to a fresh start here tonight, and the Dinos look ready as ever to play. Sonny, I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
McAvoy will kick for the Carbon Dinos, and we're ready to go. It's Carbon Dino football, 95-3 The Peak, where the Dinos play, and we are underway. It's a line drive kick going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Fail with the ball to the 15-20, across the 25-30. He has a gap to the 40, out to the 42-yard line. Nice tackle made by Crispin, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Juan Diego, and the Soaring Eagles will start 1st and 10 on their own 42.
And watching Fail, the junior, he is electric when he gets the ball in his hand. 16 receptions on the season, a team leading 16 receptions, 455 receiving yards off those receptions, and 6 touchdowns through the air. He's someone the Dinos are going to have to be keying on tonight.
So we get the first look at the offense of Juan Diego. They come from the sidelines right to their offensive set, shotgun formation. Now they go under center. So we're ready for the start of the first offensive play of the ball game. We have a whistle and a flag.
And that's something.
Offsides on Carbon.
That's something, Sonny. In sync, all the defensive linemen and all the receivers for Juan Diego immediately got in their 2-point stance. It's such synchronization on the field right now, and they're running that jumbo look. That's the split back veer. 2 backs, 1 under center, 2 receivers out to the side, but a jumbo formation up front.
Then an underneath center. Handoff goes up the middle, across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Going to be just shy of the 45. Count it at the 46. And a nice play there to pick up some yardage by Buckley. And it'll be close to the first down, depending on where they mark it. I think he got it. And they do. First down.
And that is something that is going to be something to watch throughout the game. Sonny Buckley filling in for an injured Archuleta. We saw him hobble onto the field with crutches pre-game, so he's going to be the main back for the Eagles tonight.
Mazenin, the quarterback. Under center once again. Handoff up the middle, some running room. We have a whistle and a flag once again.
And it looks like they're signaling that one to go against Juan Diego. We'll see what Mr. White Hat has to say here.
Dead ball, false start on Juan Diego, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty on them as well. So both teams with the 5-yard penalty to start this ball game off. 11:07 left to play, first quarter just underway. Ball goes back on Juan Diego's side of the field. It'll be first down at the 48-yard line. We'll call it 1st and 15. Mazenin under center. Handoff goes the first man through. Once again, Buckley, he gets across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Pick up on the play of about 4. It'll be second down. We'll call it a long 11 for Juan Diego.
And Juan Diego doesn't really do assignment blocking up front with their linemen. They're doing more of a wedge concept, stepping in front of those linemen, powering them forward, just trying to open any hole that they possibly can, get to the second level if available. But it's working so far. 5 yards a pop for Buckley.
Maurer and Branch on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. Second down, we'll call it 10 as they spot the ball right on the 47-yard line. Once again, 2 running backs. Second man through this time, running room, 45, 40, 35. Cut to the 30, still on his feet, 25, down to the 20-yard line. That's a nice run by Rossano and moved the chains and a first down for Juan Diego.
A near 30-yard run on that one for Rossano, doing an excellent job weaving and winding through the Dinos defense, getting him into the red zone nearly here.
Ball sitting on the 24-yard line. First down, 10 for Juan Diego, and they're moving the ball in their first offensive possession. Dinos show blitz. Flag comes in, and I think it's going to be offsides on the Dinos, and it will. They were showing blitz. They got into that neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. That's the second one on the Dinos. 2 for 10 yards so far. The Dinos trying to be aggressive. They're at the line of scrimmage. They've been caught twice.
And, I respect the aggressiveness, but at the same time, you have to really be careful about those neutral zone infractions, crossing that line at all. That's a dangerous game to be playing this early against a very potent run offense from the Eagles.
2 running backs in the backfield. Once again, first down and 5. Now they are in the red zone. Handoff goes up the middle. Running room down to the 10, close to the 5. A nice pickup that time once again by Rossano, and he is finding some running room between the hash marks. Move the chains, first and goal for the Soaring Eagles.
Yeah, first time he touched the ball, 25 yards, that time 13, up to 38 yards on the game and only 2 carries, Sonny. Now, I'm not a math expert, but that's a pretty good average.
Hayden under center. Bezenin. Long snap count. Handoff, first man through, touchdown. Rossano with the score from 5 yards out, 8 and 6 yards out for the score. And it's 6-0 Juan Diego with an impressive first drive.
And something I'd like to point out on that motion is the quarterback acts as if he's pulling the ball. Looks like he's going to run out to the side. He does an excellent job selling that fake, really opening up a running lane for Rossano, drawing some attention to those outside instead of crashing down inside. And that's what sets the Juan Diego up for the touchdown.
And the extra point is up. The extra point is good. 9:14 left to play in the first quarter. Juan Diego 7, Dinos nothing. Carbon Dino Football 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. When we come back, the Dinos will have the ball for the first time.
Looking to transform your space? At 123 Remodeling, we specialize in bringing your vision to life. From electrical upgrades to seamless drywall finishes and expert garage door installations. We handle it all with precision and care right here in Carbon and Emmet County. Trust the local experts at 123 Remodeling. Call us today at 630-2215.
I'm Deegan Richards, number 2, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, home of the Dinos.
In terms of their ground game, very electric on the ground. Several big gains in that play, and that's what could be the story of tonight, Sonny. If they're able to keep up these big gains, that could spell disaster for the Dinos.
Jones, Wilson back to receive the kick. Goes into the blue end zone, and the Dinos will start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. So now the Dinos need to answer back. Last week against Canyon View took the opening kickoff. They went down and scored. The offense of the Carbon Dinos answered back and made it 7-7. Let's see if they can do that again tonight.
Yeah, and that's going to be instrumental here. They don't want to play from behind this entire game. The Dinos need to get out ahead and tie this game early and then kind of force a turnover on defense, really batten down there.
Dinos go right to left. Ball sits in the middle of the field. 1 receiver, both sides, 2 running backs on each side of Stockton Kennedy. Handoff goes to Polson, the fullback. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, and gets knocked back to the 10-yard line, but we'll see where forward progress is. Ball should be up their ways. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it on the 16-yard line. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 for the Dinos.
Yeah, and we've seen it throughout the season, Sonny. When the Dinos can't get a gain on that first down, that really is when those drives start falling apart for them. So then we need to see them bounce back in a big way here.
Shotgun formation. There's the snap. The pitch comes to the left side. Here comes Wilson. Wilson gets up to the 19-yard line, and a nice tackle by Juan Diego. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Dinos.
Yeah, and this is a situation they don't want to find themselves in. Wilson with a nice 2-yard gain, finding an edge, but Juan Diego all over that close side of the boundary and swallowing him up. And this is going to force probably a pass from the Dinos. What I wouldn't be surprised to see here, Sonny, is them break out the screen pass. We've seen it time and time again through the season. So I wouldn't be surprised also if Juan Diego is keying on that right now.
3rd down, 12 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the near hash mark, as we said, going right to left on your radio dial. Trips to the right side, man in motion is Wilson. He'll come our way now, goes back to his original position. Kennedy will right, wants to throw, looks downfield, has a man, Wilson, incomplete. He was there for a second. Good coverage, though, closing in the gap, and it'll be 4th and 12, and the Dinos will punt from deep in their own territory. So good defensive set for Juan Diego, and they have a chance to take a 2-possession lead here, as they will get good field position, barring something strange on this punt.
Yeah, forcing a quick 3 and out. That's what the Dinos did not want to have happen to him here. But we have seen him break out the fake punt before last week, namely against Cedar City, running a fake punt. Brady takes the snap. Instead of kicking it, decides he wants to throw to Paulson, and he delivers that strike for a 1st down. But I think this is too risky to gamble here.
The punt by McAvoy, it's a good kick. Fielded on the 50-yard line and then brought down immediately. Good kick coverage that time by the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, Jones flying up there like a bat out of hell, flying in, laying down the boom, stopping the Eagles at the 50-yard line where they will take over. So really good punt coverage there. Special teams for the Dinos this season have been an up-and-down affair, but tonight with plays like that, I would expect to see them be on the up and up.
1st and 10 for Juan Diego. The ball sits on their own 48-yard line. Their second possession of the ball game. Their first one went 80 yards.
And, this is going to be a big-time defensive stop for the Dinos if they're able to come up with it. You don't want to get down 14-0 early in this first quarter. That's when things really start snowballing out of control, and we've seen it throughout the course of this season.
Going left to right on your dial is Juan Diego. Quarterback sneak, whistle, and a flag. A lot of pre-snap flags here so far early on in this ball game, and it's going to be a procedure penalty on Juan Diego. It's going to move them back 5. It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Soaring Eagles.
And Menzenin with a little something, a bit of a trickery there between the center and the quarterback. Center snaps at quarterback, receives. No one else on the line is moving, and the refs kind of saw that, took objection, threw the flag. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
1st down, 15 yards to go. Ball sits in the middle of the field. We have one receiver to the left side, one to the right. 2 running backs stand behind the quarterback. There's the snap. Fake the handoff to the first man. Through Buckley over to the left side. 50, 45, 40 down the left sidelines to the 36-yard line. And a big pickup, enough to move the chains, and a 1st down. And so far, a big first quarter on the ground for Juan Diego.
Yeah, and Berkeley coming away with a 22-yard gain there. So far this game, he's up to 32 rushing yards. So both their running backs, Berkeley and Rosano, have been putting on a show. Rosano, 44 yards and a touchdown. Berkeley, 32 yards on the ground by himself. So really pushing the pace right now.
So to the line of scrimmage comes Juan Diego. 1st down and 10. The ball sitting on the 36-yard line under center. Rolls to his right, wants to throw, still with it. Now he's going to keep it, tucks it in, 30, 25, down the sidelines inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 13 on the play, and enough for another 1st down for Juan Diego, and they're just picking up chunks of yards on the ground here early in the first quarter.
And that's what we talked about with this split back veer, is they can run the option from it. And we saw that there with Menzenin scrambling for 14 yards, looking like he's running a bootleg action to the right side, decides to tuck it and run instead and gets the 1st down for Juan Diego.
So it is 1st down, 10 yards to go, ball sitting on the 23-yard line for Juan Diego, moving the ball again, trying to get in the red zone, handoff. Fakes the handoff in the backfield, and a good defensive play that time by the Carbon Dinos. Going to be a loss of about a yard on the play, 2nd down.
And Paulson does a good job there from the linebacking position, getting in there, bringing down the quarterback, stopping him for a single-yard loss. The Dinos' first loss they forced this game that wasn't brought on by a penalty.
Under center once again. Second down, we'll call 11. Long snap count. Handoff goes to the first man through, hit at the line of scrimmage, and then gets to the 20-yard line. Rosano, the ball carrier, is going to make it third down at about 7. Good defensive play again by the Carbon Dinos.
And the Dinos are playing good assignment football after that first read option. We saw 2 players immediately try and bring the boom against Menzenin. And as well, even though he handed it off, the Dinos were still able to swallow him up the middle, only holding him to a 3-yard gain. So this is going to be an interesting situation. We haven't seen the Eagles in a third down situation yet this game.
Dinos packing it in on defense here. Third down, we'll call it 7. Wants to throw, throws over the middle between the hash marks, almost caught, and then almost intercepted, and then falls to the ground, incomplete, fourth down.
And that was a good job defensively by the Dinos. Not the interception that you might have wanted from it, but Tager Timothy does a good job getting in there, batting the ball around, and then keeping his hands in the face of the receiver, making sure he's not going to get it either, as the Dinos force a fourth down situation as they bring out the field goal unit.
Bryson Newport on to attempt the field goal. The ball's going to be set down on the 28, make it a 38-yard attempt right down the middle. McKinley to hold. There's the snap, the set. The kick is up. The kick is long enough, and it is good. 6:40 left to play in the first quarter. Juan Diego 10. Carbon nothing. Carbon gets the ball back. 95-3 the Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Hey there.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Stockton Kennedy, number 12, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, home of the Dinos.
Carbon Dino football, 10-0 Juan Diego. And they have scored on their first 2 offensive possessions, and they're running the ball, and their offense is clicking early on in this game. There's the kick out of the end zone. The Dinos will start first and 10 on the 20. Now trailing 10-0, down 2 possessions, Aiden. This is a very important possession for the Carbon Dinos. They have to move the football here. They can't go with 3 and out.
Yeah, and I hate to break out this phrase this early in the game, but this is crucial offensively for the Dinos. They need to get something going, and they need to get something going now. Juan Diego has shown that they can move the ball and that they have a kicking game that they can rely on if they can't find the back of the end zone. So the Dinos need to score, find themselves at least a possession, make this game a single possession game. But if that's not the case, Sonny, this one might start running away from them.
Shotgun formation. Kennedy with the quick pitch to the right side goes to Wilson. Wilson makes a nice move. Flag comes in the backfield. We'll see what that flag is. Pick up 2 on the play by Wilson. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be in the realm of holding, or it could be a procedure penalty going either way. Thrown almost right at the line of scrimmage based on where it landed. Talking to Lang, one of the captains, see where it goes. White hat official.
Going to be a procedure. 6 men on the line of scrimmage, I believe, was the call on the Dinos. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That will be number 3 on the Dinos tonight for 15 yards.
And 5 yards may not seem big, but that is huge
on first
in
down.
A game like this, especially on first down when you find yourself deep in your own territory. You know, we've seen it happen before, but you can't keep getting forced back like this. They need to find some spark offensively, move the ball just a little bit forward on this first down.
Trips to the right side. There's the quick throw out into the right flat. The ball is caught at the 20 up to the 23-yard line. Nice pickup that time by Manzanares for the Carbon Dinos 2nd down. Yeah, but they're starting behind the chains there, Aiden, on 1st and 15 with that 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, but you see the play there, and we talk about momentum a lot,
right.
And that was a momentum-building play from the Dinos. Manzanares getting the 7-yard catch, sent them a much more easily attainable 2nd and 7. That still is forward progress on a first down, so that's something I think we can continue to see as this drive goes on.
Ball sits on the right hash mark. Dinos go right to left. Trips come to the left side. He'll go left. Kennedy looking under pressure, throws out in the flat, almost intercepted, but then falls to the ground, incomplete. Good defensive play that time by Juan Diego coming up that make that play. John Lewis almost had himself an interception, Aiden. If he makes that, it's probably 6 more.
Yeah, it's probably going to the house. Just luckily, he's playing DB, so he drops the ball. Thrown just a little bit behind the intended receiver, Paulson, on that play, as disaster is avoided for the Dinos, but they do face a 3rd and 7 here.
3rd down for the Dinos. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers both sides. Ball sits on the far hash mark. Kennedy wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. Has running room. 1st down, 35 to the 40, and a nice play. Knocked out of bounds, but not before they'll move the chains for the Carbon Dinos. And Kennedy stepped up in the pocket, had nowhere to go with the football, kept it for a nice pickup for the Carbon Dinos.
And Stockton Kennedy refusing to slide there. He reminds me of a young Steve Young. I mean, throwing his body into defenders with no regard for himself. And you love to see that from a quarterback. That's aggressive play.
Shotgun, ball's on the ground. Kennedy falls on it. Tried to hand the ball off to Polson. It didn't work. The ball sat on the ground, and Kennedy falls on it, but it'll be a loss of about a yard on the play. So 2nd down once again, and they're behind the chains after a negative play on 1st down.
And, Stockton Kennedy did a good job there, recognizing as soon as that ball hit the ground, he springboarded onto it. I don't think leap would be fair to say. That was a springboard action. He just lunged at it as a timeout is called on the field.
So 4:58 left to play in the 1st quarter. Juan Diego leading 10-0, but the Dinos with the football, they get a 1st down. Put some points on the scoreboard here, Aiden, and cut it to a 1-possession game.
And that's what they're going to need to do, and then answer back on defense. And they learned last possession that they can stop this Juan Diego offense.
If we joining with a big play for the Carbon Dinos there to move the chains now, 2nd down and 10. As you said, this is an important set for the Carbon Dinos. The winner of this game moves on next week. They will play Richfield. So
yeah,
3A state playoffs. If you're just joining us here on 95.3 The Peak where the Dinos play, we'll also tell you how you can stream the game as well. We'll have Aiden explain that to you after this play. Now there's a timeout, Juan Diego. So you can explain it for us.
Yeah, you can stream this game. 1 second, Sonny. Coach needs to let in. Sorry, Carbon's coach needed a bit of help there, and I wanted to help in with that. But how to stream this game, Sonny? Let's talk about it. You can stream this on the Castle Country Radio app, available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, where you can go in and you can download our app, and you open it up, and the first thing you'll see on the bottom is a play button with a button that says live streams next to it. You'll click on that, select KRPX 95.3 The Peak, and boom, you'll have all your favorites play in there. Mornings with Mallory, Dino Football. What more could you ask for from a station? And then also you can do the same on our website, castlecountryradio.com. Visit that, click stream KRPX, and it'll bring you right to the action.
4:58 left to play, 1st quarter. Dinos with the football. Ball sits on the far hash mark. Dinos go right to left on your dial. Shotgun formation for Kennedy, the senior. One receiver goes to the right side. There's a quick pitch to the left side. Here comes Wilson. Anthony tries to turn inside, and he's tripped.
Does get a pickup of about a single yard on that play, though. But forward progress is forward progress. And sometimes just a small play like that can be a night and day difference between, a turnover or the confidence to go for it on 4th down.
3rd down and 10. Dinos come to the line. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers come to the left side, a single receiver to the right side.
Oh, and Lang's going to need to check with the official, make sure he is clear. From our perspective, looks like he is over the ball.
There's the snap. Kennedy wants to throw, steps up in his pocket, goes down the right side, has a receiver, some contact, no whistle. No foul. Oh, here it comes.
Goes soaring through the sky. He was all over him. He was grabbing all over him like stink on a skunk. I mean, you could see it from up here. That was probably going to be a pass interference. But let's take a second to talk about the pocket movement of Stockton Kennedy, because each week it gets better and better. He drops back, feels the pressure coming behind him from that right tackle, steps forward, sees his man, throws the bomb downfield, nearly caught, but buying the pass interference and keeping this drive alive.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Carbon Dinos. 4:07 left to play. They will be in Juan Diego territory for the first time in the evening.
And, this is a good sign. This is a reassuring sign for fans of the Dinos. You're looking at it, and they're marching this ball right now, and they need to keep going, keep this alive.
Man in motion is Wilson. He'll go away from us. Anthony, the man in motion, give it off to the fullback Polson. He has running room across the 40 down to the 35. He'll have a first down, I believe, depending on where they mark it, and they say yes. First down for the Carbon Dinos. Move the chains.
Let me tell you, Sonny, nothing makes me happier than seeing Stetson Paulson get the ball and immediately rumbling 10 yards down the field. He is such an instrumental but unsung hero of this Dinos offense. He does it all. He runs, he catches, he blocks. He's like a Swiss Army knife.
5 receivers out. Nobody in the backfield with Kennedy. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Wilson in motion. Little jet sweep. We'll have a whistle and a dead ball. Illegal procedure against the Carbon Dinos. So once again, they'll start 1st and 15. They've done that 3 times now. They've kept this drive alive, putting themselves in that situation, which is pretty impressive.
It's always hard to overcome, but the Dinos have done a good job so far in bouncing back from these penalties. But, Sonny, this is something they're going to need to clean up.
Yes.
And they need to clean it up quickly as time continues to tick down here in the first quarter play. Only 3:20 left on the scoreboard here in the first quarter of action. Ref waving his arms. We'll see what this is all about.
So 3:18 left to play here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us here on 95.3 The Peak, this is where the Dinos play. First round action of the 3A state football playoffs. It's Carbon Dinos on the road against Juan Diego. It's 10-0 Juan Diego. Winner moves on to play Richfield next week.
And Sonny, I just love being here with the Dinos. North, South, Central. We travel with them, and it's always so fun to see this team. They're such a great group of kids.
2 receivers, both sides, shotgun formation for Kennedy. Lights come on. Here at Juan Diego Field, there's a quick throw out in the flat left side to Maddox Wilson. He has running room after the catch. Down to the 32-yard line, they're going to mark him. Nice pickup. They get half of that back, so it'll be second down and about 7 for the Carbon Dinos. Just a simple little screen pass out to the tight end on the left side. He has some blockers and a nice pickup for the Dinos, second down.
And the thing about Maddox Wilson, he makes that catch, and then he's just hard to bring down. He rumbles, he tumbles, he drops his shoulder, and he fights for every yard. And that's what the Dinos need to be doing, fighting for every yard tonight.
Ball sits on the near hash mark. Trips go to the far side, single here towards us. Man in motion is Maddox Wilson, comes towards us, back to his original spot. Kennedy with the quick toss out to Anthony Wilson, and he finds some running room across the 30, close to the first down marker, but he's going to be just shy. It's going to be third down and about a yard for the Dinos.
And that was a great first move by Tony Wilson, recognizing that that corner was breached, faking outside, jumping back inside, forcing the defender to whiff on his right leg, and plowing upfield for a nice 5-yard gain.
Third down, 1 for the Dinos. Shotgun once again, 2 receivers come to the left side. Man in motion is Anthony Wilson. He'll go to the right side. Handoff goes to Polson. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Tries to pound his way up to the first down marker, but he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage. Host of defenders by Juan Diego in to make the tackle. That's going to be fourth down. He actually lost a half a yard. They call it 4th and a short 2 for the Carbon Dinos, and a timeout called by the Dinos. We'll keep it here. This is a big play for the Dinos.
There's so many different options of what you can run here. You can run a similar play like that with Paulson. You can run fakes, bootlegs. You could go for a field goal, Sonny. The opportunities are endless, but in the end, you get one shot at this glory, one chance to make it count. And the Dinos knocking on heaven's door right now. A touchdown here cuts this to a 1-possession game and just edges them that much closer to defeating Juan Diego here in the playoffs. But this is going to be, we talked about it on the way up, Sonny, this is going to be a hotly contested game. Both these teams not wanting to have their season end. None of these seniors wanting to hang up those cleats.
No field goal for the Dinos. They come out, they will go for it. It's been about a 46-yard field goal for the Dinos, so the Dinos come to the line. 2 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. So the line of scrimmage, they come under center.
Tush push.
Full house backfield. Handoff. Up the middle. First down for the Carbon Dinos. The ball carrier gets past the 25-yard line. Move the chains for the Dinos, first down.
and that was an unconventional play. We haven't seen the Dinos run that one before, but making the big play there was Andy Kiefer, the defensive end and the tight end, backing up Maddox Wilson. He gets the handoff, and here comes Stetson Paulson behind him, giving him the shove of reinforcement that he needed to get that first down.
Ball sits on the far hash mark. Dinos go right to left on your dial. First down and 10. They're close to being in the red zone, trailing 10-0. Minute 40 left to play. Same offensive set for the Dinos. Kennedy comes left side. He'll keep it. Tries to get to the corner. Picks up a little bit. Gets to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 4. He almost got to the corner, but the defense stretched him out. But still a 4-yard gain. Second down.
And Stockton Kennedy, he hasn't shown it much this season, but he's a real dual threat quarterback. Normally a lot of time he has time to buy in the pocket, making the right reads, moving up and delivering passes instead of opting to scramble. But when he does scramble, Sonny, he is electric. He has 19 yards on 3 rushes this game.
Lillestrand on the tackle. Second down, 6 for the Dinos. Under a minute left to play first quarter. Shotgun. Maddox Wilson in motion, comes towards us, now goes back to his original spot. Trips on the right side. The handoff goes to Polson. Polson finds a little bit of running room and gets down to the 16. Pick up a 4 more. It's going to make it 3rd and 2. Now, this is probably 4-down territory for the Dinos. So they're showing patience, just picking up yardage, making 3rd and 4th down manageable.
That they are, and I think they could get on this 3rd down, but if not, I agree this is 4-down territory for the Dinos. We've seen them convert on 4th before. I feel Coach Rushton's feeling pretty good about his offense in those situations.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Shotgun for Kennedy, wants to throw. Looks left to Lang. He's open in the corner. Incomplete. The ball knocked away right at the last second. It's 4th down. He was there.
He was there, just good defensive coverage at the last second by the Soaring Eagles. I mean, it was a great play, just follows it into the breadbasket, but a late shove from behind by Kingston Taban brings the ball down outside of the reach of Lang.
4th down, 3 yards to go for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 17. Let's see what they do. Looks like the field goal team's going to come on this 4th down.
And, we talked about it earlier in the game, but they are missing their normal kicker. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting look. The golden leg of Luke Brady not present or available for the Dinos today, but we did hear rumblings that this kicker here, he was able to hit a 45-yarder yesterday in practice.
So the field goal attempt for the Carbon Dinos. Timothy will attempt it. Flag comes in.
Let's see what the referee says here. And the Dinos are walking back.
Delay of the game. So that 4th and 3 now goes to 4th and 8. Makes the field goal for Timothy. A little bit further, this ball is going to be set down on the 29-yard line, making it a 39-yard field goal. Branch will hold for the Carbon Dinos. Trying to get on the scoreboard, trailing 10-0, 11 seconds left first quarter.
This is a big kick for the young sophomore.
There's the snap, the hold. The kick is up. The kick is no good, off to the left. And Juan Diego will take over from the 20-yard line. So the Dinos had the opportunity to put points on the board. A nice drive. They get into the red zone, and they stall. And the field goal no good. Juan Diego gets the ball back with 11 seconds left to play.
And I think it was the right call to go for the field goal there. We've talked about it before. They need to put points on the board, and if a touchdown just doesn't seem feasible, you'd rather take 3 than nothing. Unfortunately, just didn't have the leg nor the direction on that one.
So it's 1st down and 10 for Juan Diego with 11 seconds left to play. They start on the 20 with the field goal going past the goal line, comes out to the 20, the high school rules. So under center for Juan Diego, this might be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, time ticking down, only 11 seconds left.
Handoff up the middle, across the 25, 30, 35, breaks open, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, down to the 30-yard line. That's a great run by Rosano, but he's caught from behind on the 30-yard line. Move the chains and a 1st down, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. So the Dinos, with a chance to put points on the board, they don't. They miss the field goal, and then a big play by Juan Diego from the 20 to the Dino 30, and just like that, the momentum back with Juan Diego leading 10-0 here at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and that was a big play. Probably the play you don't want to end with if you're the Dinos.
We'll take a break. When we come back, second quarter action. Carbon Dino football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Imagine.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cash Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cash Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We played a quarter. Juan Diego with the 10-0 lead.
And, the Dinos had a chance there to put some points on the board, but unfortunately stalled out as they got closer and closer to the end zone. And then Juan Diego capitalizing on the 20-yard line, running just a fantastic 50-yard sprint. He did me a nice favor running from the 20 to the 30 almost exactly. Makes my math a whole lot easier. But right now, Rosano on the game, 98 yards on the ground and a touchdown. So he's really doing a great job for the Eagles, doing what they need to do.
Handoff up the middle. Ball carrier picks up about 3 and then tackled by a host of Dino defensive players. Nice defensive play that time, but 3-yard pickup, second down.
And Buckley picking up his 37th rushing yard of the game. We talked about it pregame. We talked about it with the coaches, but this is a run-heavy Juan Diego squad, and they're really showing it. Only one pass attempt on the game, and that was an incompletion on a 4th down. The Dinos really trying to make something happen here, especially defensively. A stop here and a score on the other end. That's what they're going to need to have if they want to stay in this game.
Sandoval on the stop, second down. Call it a long 6. Handoff up the middle once again. Buckley has running room. 15, 10, 5 to the corner, touchdown. 25-yard run by Corbin Buckley, and it's 16-0 Juan Diego. That's a nice cut move between the hash marks, and he got it to the corner and just outran the defense.
And he runs angry. He bodied a few kids at that line of scrimmage before breaking away on that 25-yard run. He runs angry, Sonny. He runs like he bites people. And, I wouldn't want to stare him down as he runs my direction. So scoring the touchdown there, no surprise for the running back.
So Newport on to attempt the extra point for Juan Diego, try to make it 17-0. The snap and the set, the kick is up, the kick is good. 11-13 left to play here in the first half. 17-0 Juan Diego. When we come back, the Dinos will have the football back once again. 95-3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Food that is quick and so good. Swift Stop and Shop, your gas and convenience store with more. Serving up a grilled ham and cheese sandwich with fresh-made soup combos for less than $5, starting at 11 a.m. till they're gone. Superior.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on The Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
The 24-yard line flag comes in late. Scramble for the ball. It looked like it came out, but we'll see. They called him down. I think he was down. Flag comes in as well, so we got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, flag flew from the sideline. Flag flew from behind. Say that 3 times fast, Sonny. But lots of extracurricular activity going on as they go for that ball. And, this is one of those ones where you can't really fault them for getting a little aggressive. You see the ball on the ground, and if you're Juan Diego, you're not just seeing the ball on the ground. You're seeing the ball on the ground at the 20-yard line. A chance to just parry the Dinos here if you're able to recover that. But it doesn't look like that's the case as the Dinos offense takes the field. Juan Diego bringing out their defensive squad. And Sonny, the Dinos, they need to put something on the board here, or this one's starting to fall out of reach.
So while they chat about the flag, let's take a look at some scores from around 3A. Ogden leads Union at halftime 21-6, and Canyon View with 1:32 left to play in the first quarter, leads North St. Pete 16-0, and here it's 17-0. Juan Diego over the Carbon Dinos.
And those are some exciting games, some familiar foes for the Dinos. The Dinos playing all four of those teams over the course of this season. Union, of course, their lone victory among that group of four, as looks like they might have called it as a switch. We'll see what happens. Players running all around. And it looks like, Sonny, they're going to redo the kick.
They're going to re-kick. We really never seen a sign. Oh, here we go. Offsetting penalties. We will re-kick. We have holding against Carbon. Face mask, I believe, is what he said against Juan Diego. We'll do it all over again.
You know, that was a fun go around the first kick return. Ref saying, hey, let's do it again. And, you know, especially with Lang back there to receive, he's just an electric returner, someone I don't mind watching run the ball up and down the field. He's just so fun for the Dinos. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out as Juan Diego kicks from what appears to be the 40-yard line, their 40-yard line. As all the confusion kind of settles in the air, we finally get the signal from the official, and we are going to kick off for a second time.
So the Dinos will get the ball back once again. We'll do it all over again. Little squib kick's going to land on the 30-yard line, fielded by the Dinos at the 20-yard line. Timothy to the 25, gets up to the 30, to the 35-yard line, and that's where he will be brought down. First down and 10, actually it was Jones. The ball carrier, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dinos on the 35-yard line.
And the 35-yard line, that's good starting position for a Carbon. Probably the best they've seen so far this game. Now they need to take advantage of this pretty good field position and make something happen.
So 1st down and 10 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sits in the middle of the field. 2 receivers come to the near side. 2 to the far side as well. Man in motion is Anthony Wilson. He'll get it on the little jet sweep. Going around the left side, brought down in the backfield. Nice defensive play by Juan Diego. Coming up to make the stop is Yeager, and it will be 2nd down, 13 for the Dinos. So once again, on 1st down, they're behind the chains when they go to 2nd down.
And from a distance, it looked like a horse collar, but when you get looking really closely at that one, it wasn't a horse collar. It was more of a grabbing of the back plate and swinging him down. It looked a bit like a country dance down there.
So it is 2nd down. 12 yards to go for the Dinos. Ball sits on the far hash mark. They go left to right on your dial. Trips to the near side. Quick pitch comes. There's a little reverse. Goes to Lang, and he's hit back at the 22-yard line. Big loss on the play. That did not fool Yeager once again. In for his 2nd stop for a loss. Back to back, all the way back to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and long.
And Yeager came into this game with 3 sacks to his name. These may not be sacks, but they're still game-impacting plays. There's a 15-yard loss there for the Dinos. Really makes this a tough challenge to overcome as a flag goes flying again. Don't know what that could be.
Late flag. See what it is. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Juan Diego. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's kind of a gift for the Carbon Dinos.
You know, you talk about lucky breaks all the time. You can't get luckier than that. I mean, you're staring down a 3rd and 20, an unsportsmanlike conduct making it a 3rd and 5. That is so much more manageable. This is where you can really open up that playbook.
4 penalties for 40 yards for Juan Diego. So now it's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 6 for the Carbon Dinos. The ball sitting on the 39-yard line. They need to get to the 45. Trailing 17-0. Don't know if this is 2-down territory yet or not in this game, but 2 receivers go to the near side, 2 to the far side. Ball sits near the far hash mark. Shotgun formation for Stockton Kennedy. Gets the snap, rolls left. Still looking, he's going to keep it himself and gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's going to be short, 4th and 4.
And Kennedy, again, a good scramble, recognizing he didn't have anyone open on that bootleg action as he gets chased down from the far side by the defensive end. Tries to make something happen, picks up a yard in the end, but a 4th and 5 as Juan Diego sends 2 men back to return. A bit of an interesting look. I'd expect a little trickery here based on that. Maybe a fake reverse or an actual reverse coming from the Soaring Eagles.
So the Dinos will punt the ball away. Ball sitting on the 40. They need to get to the 45-yard line. 8:53 and running left to play in the first half. 17-0 Juan Diego. There's the snap and the kick. End over and kick hits at the 37-yard line, bounces straight up in the air, and then down there by the Carbon Dinos. So Juan Diego will start 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line with 8:40 left to play in the first half and a 17-0 lead.
That was a good job by Kiefer on that one, recognizing that wasn't going to have a friendly bounce as he snatches it out of the air, down in it at the 34-yard line.
So we'll keep you updated on the 3A scores from around the state. College football game going on tonight. Aiden will keep you updated on that as well. He's interested in that game. We got baseball. Keep it right here on 95.3 The Peak where the Dinos play. We'll keep you updated on everything. This is the place to be for Carbon Dino Sports right here on CastleCountryRadio.com as well. Under center, here comes the Juan Diego Eagles. There's a run up the middle, 50, 45, 40. Carbon territory down to the 40 and maybe the 39-yard line. Brought down from behind. Crespin making the play, but not before a big run and a first down once again for Juan Diego.
That was a nice 30-yard run there by the Soaring Eagles, and again coming courtesy of Buckley as he picks up his 88th rushing yard of the game.
Having a good night.
He is. Both of their running backs are Rosano, 98 yards and a rushing touchdown. Buckley, 88 and a touchdown as well. The two main scorers for the Soaring Eagles right now.
They're being able to get to the corner, and the Dinos are not on running plays able to get to the corner. That's the difference right now in both teams' running games. They're getting to the outside and getting into open space. Handoff goes up the middle this time to the fullback. First man through. Gets to the 38-yard line. A pickup of maybe 2. Nice defensive play by the Carbon Dinos by Anderson coming up to make the stop. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, short 2-yard gain. We've seen this before. The Dinos can halt the forward progress just a little bit on plays like this. We've seen them force a field goal earlier in this game. But, Sonny, with the way that Juan Diego is running the ball, I'd still be wary of them not getting the first down here.
So Whitaker and Rosano in the backfield for Juan Diego. Mezzanine, the quarterback, comes under center. 2nd down, 8 yards to go, 7:45 and running left to play. Handoff up the middle once again. Nice tackle. The flag comes in late. We'll see what the flag's going to be. It's a pickup of 2 on the play for the ball carrier Rosano, but we'll see what the flag is.
And that was a good job by Garrett Chappelle, wrapping him up, swallowing him whole, and bringing him to the ground. We'll see what this flag is.
Personal foul against the Carbon Dinos. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. You'll move the chains and a first down with that penalty.
And those personal fouls, those are plays that you really have to keep your emotions in check. Yes, you're down on the scoreboard right now, but you're looking at a potential first down if you do lose your temper there. Now, Sonny, I'm a notorious hothead, and you got to recognize, though, in moments like this, you need to find a way to keep your cool.
5 penalties for 35 yards for the Carbon Dinos. 1st and 10, just outside the red zone. Ball sits on the 21-yard line. Once again, under center, 2 running backs. It's a second man through. It's Rosano, takes it to the right side. Flag comes in. We'll see what the flag is. Pickup of 8, but we'll see what the flag is. The flag came in very quickly.
We'll see what the white hat official has to say. Now, Sonny, speaking on hot-headedness, one time in a game, I walked over to my dad on the sideline and told him I'm going to get a personal foul. And lo and behold, I did. And let me tell you, that wasn't the most fun car ride home.
It's going to be a procedure penalty against Juan Diego.
And moving it
Illegal
down.
formation.
But, Sonny, after the play, you see a lot of extracurricular activity going on from both teams. Neither of these teams want to go home, but both these teams kind of need to manage those emotions, especially after the whistle is blown. A little late hit action coming from both sides. You can't have that if you want to avoid the wrath of the officials.
So the Soaring Eagles find themselves behind the chains. 1st down and 15 with that penalty. 7:07 and running left to play first half, leading 17-0. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go right to left on your dial. Handoff goes to Buckley. He gets across the 25 to the 23-yard line. Pickup of a couple on the play. Coming up to make the stop for the Carbon Dinos is Cripps, and it'll be second down and about 12.
And this is manageable territory, but you can't have any flags, especially if you're Carbon right now. You need to be very disciplined in what you're doing.
Second down, 12. Ball sits on the 23-yard line. Clock down to 6:30 left to play here in the first half. Lots of running in this game. We figured this would be a pretty quick game.
Yeah, we figured this was going to be a lot of running, and so far that's lived up to that expectation. Both teams really delivering on the ground.
Second man throughs. Buckley comes to the left side to the 20. Still on his feet to the 15-yard line. Stop there. Crespin comes up to make the stop for the Dinos. It's going to be third down. We'll call it about 4. We'll call it 6. As they marked him shy of the 15-yard line, put it on the 17. So his knee hit the ground there. Third down for Juan Diego. 5:56 in running left first half.
And now both Buckley and Rosano nearly at that 100-yard mark. Rosano exactly at 100 yards. Buckley at 99. So nearly 200-yard backs for Juan Diego. That's not a recipe for success if you're Carbon.
Dinos need to get a stop here. Try to keep this a 3-possession game. Even with a field goal, it remains a 3-possession game. A touchdown, and it's 4. There's the snap. The handoff goes right side. Rosano tries to get to the corner. He's not going to get there. It's a good defensive play by the Carbon Dinos. A flag comes in late.
That one looks like it's going to be in the realm of holding.
Another flag.
And again, that one looks to be a personal foul based on the reaction of the Juan Diego players. We'll see what transpires here, Sonny. But if it's a combination of both, this is really going to be an interesting situation. See what happens. And we might see maybe a potential first punt from the Soaring Eagles.
Nice defensive play by Timothy coming over to make that stop as he could not get to the corner. It was a foot race. He couldn't outrun Timothy. Timothy makes the stop. Then the flags come in. So we'll see what these flags are all about here with 5:24 left to play here in the first half.
And Timothy is one of those players that Coach Rushton talked about pre-game, one of those young players who's going to have a big role here tonight as refs still deliberating everything. Coach Rushton saying his piece to the officials. Juan Diego has already preemptively moved back, so you got to think this is something going against them. We'll see what the White Hat has to say here.
Thinking it was a hold, the first flag, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Let's
first flag
not
definitely
speculate.
In the realm of a hold.
And it was holding. The second flag, that'll be declined. The second flag is a dead ball personal foul against Juan Diego, and the Dinos will take that. So move it back. It'll be third down. Ball sits on the 33. They have to get to the 10.
And the down also moves on that penalty. So really, the worst case scenario for Juan Diego happened. Not only do you not convert on the third down, but you force yourself back a fair distance as we're looking at a 3rd and 21.
Ball sits on the far hash mark. Juan Diego goes right to left on your radio dial. To the near side comes one receiver, one to the far side, 2 running backs under center of the quarterback. There's the snap. Wants to throw. Little screen pass out to Buckley. He has open field to the 30, 25, 20. Turns it inside of the 15-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down. They're going to mark him on the 17. It's going to be 4th down and about 7.
And looks like the chain crew's in a little confusion.
Oh,
as
first and 10, they didn't change the downs. That was a loss. That was after the play, so it was 4th down. So it will be Carbon Dino football.
And, you know, it was a scary screen pass there. Nearly finds the first down yardage on that play. Nice 17-yard screen pass. But in the end, unable to come up with the distance.
Penalty was a dead ball. So you take that penalty. That's why you decline the other one, and it moves it to 4th down. So it's first down out for the Dinos. They get a stop. They keep it 3 possessions. That's a huge defensive play for the Dinos. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go left to right on your dial. Trips go to the far side, double to the near side. No running backs for Kennedy. Quick throw out to the left side, caught by Wilson. Anthony makes a move across the 25, close to the first down. It's going to be about a yard shy, 2nd and 1 for the Dinos.
And that was a good job by Kennedy. Good job getting the ball off quick, moving that ball just forward. Tony Wilson does a good job reading the defense and making his way upfield. And that's what the Dinos need to be doing right now, is moving that ball forward in any way that they can.
2nd down 1, penalty situation. 6 for 60 for Juan Diego, 5 for 35 for the Carbon Dinos. 4:22 and running left to play. First half, 17-0. Juan Diego with the lead. The Dinos with the ball. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 26. Shotgun formation. Handoff goes up the middle this time for the Dinos. Past the first down markers and move the chains.
That was a good job by, looked to be Tony Wilson, moving the ball upfield, getting a nice 3-yard gain on that one. As the Dinos keep those chains moving, keep on marching along. Clock continues to tick. 3:55 left in the first half of action here in Draper.
Plenty of time. Man in motion comes towards us. It's Anthony Wilson. Handoff goes to Polson, the fullback. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. A host of defenders on to make the stop.
And they're signaling a turnover, but we'll see what the officials have to say about this.
The referee blew the play dead, I believe.
Yeah, we saw no beanbag flying from the sky, so Dinos will retain possession. 2nd and 10. Now, you don't want a 2nd and 10, but you'll take that over a 2nd and 15. Paulson did a good job getting back to the line of scrimmage, keeping those legs churning as to not get driven back and, stopping a loss.
3:14 and running left to play first half, 17-0. Juan Diego with the lead. And the Dinos with the football. Sitting on the far hash mark, they go left to right on your dial. Trips to the near side, single to the right side. Whistle. And a timeout. Carbon. 2:59 left to play in the first half. 17-0. Juan Diego will take it with them. 95-3 the Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
According to Greek.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Dinos, ball sits on the far hash mark. Trips come to the near side, double to the right side for the Dinos. Shotgun formation for Stockton Kennedy, the senior. 2:59 left to play first half. Juan Diego with a 17-0 lead. Huge possession for the Carbon Dinos. Try to get some points on the board before halftime, Aiden.
Yeah, cut this into a 2-possession game before the end of the half. That is the goal of the Dinos right now as they continue to march downfield. 2nd down and 30 on the way downfield.
Kennedy wants to throw down the right hash mark to... It's knocked away and almost caught and then falls to the ground incomplete. Manzanares almost came up with the catch. It got knocked away by the defender who was in good position to make the play. Opportunity for a deflection catch. 3rd down for the Dinos and 10.
Yeah, Kingston Tabin making the play. The junior standing at 5'11", gets enough wingspan on that one to tip it out of the air. Of course, almost coming down with it was Manzanares, but just unfortunately couldn't get a grasp on it. 3rd and 10 for the Dinos.
2:52, clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 for the Dinos. Of course, same situation as you want to put points on the board, but you don't want to give the ball back to Juan Diego either.
Yeah, especially with how effectively they've been moving the ball.
Kennedy steps up in the pocket, looks, goes down the right side again to Maddox Wilson and overthrew him. Double covered there. Good defense that time by Juan Diego. There really wasn't anybody open. He had to get rid of the football, and he threw it. The only place it would either be caught or incomplete, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Juan Diego will take over. It'll be 4th down. They'll punt the ball away to Juan Diego.
And regardless, it was a good decision by Kennedy to get rid of that ball, lest he give up a 5-yard loss on a sack, make this a more unfortunate punting situation.
So the Dinos will kick the ball away. Good kick. Fielded at the 35-yard line. Fair catch, and that's where they will start 1st down. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line for Juan Diego.
And they're working with 2:40 left on the clock, but with the way they've run the ball so far, Sonny, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get at least close to the end zone. The Dinos had a good red zone stand last time around, but this time Juan Diego probably looking for a little payback for that possession.
McKinley makes the fair catch. First down and 10 on the 35. Ball sits right in the middle of the field for Juan Diego. They go right to left. They come out to the line of scrimmage once again with 2:40 left to play, leading by 17, trying to put more on the scoreboard. As the Dinos had a chance to put some points on. They have to punt the ball away. Let's see what Juan Diego does on the offensive side. Down the sidelines, ball knocked away. Good defensive play that time by the Dinos. Coming up to make that play, Carter Branch, 2nd and 10.
Carter Branch, to me, is like Taysom Hill is to the Saints. I mean, this kid does it all. We've seen him take snaps at quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, safety. We've seen him at linebacker a few times, Sonny. This kid is going to be big for the Dinos later on. Of course, he is only sitting as a sophomore, so you got 2 more years of Carter Branch to look forward to, and that's a big bright spot for the Dinos.
Failed the intended receiver for Juan Diego. 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Hayden goes under center. Handoff goes up the middle. Not much there. Nice defensive play by the Dinos.
And that's exactly what the Dinos need to be doing. What Juan Diego does on these blocks that makes them so effective, they wait until the pulling guard waits until he sees motion from a defender, seeing if he's going to make the tackle, and then he just dives in on him to block him from that.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of...
Have started throwing 2 or 3 defenders at each tackle. So that's what's really made a difference here, stopping these big runs from the Soaring Eagles.
Polson on the stop. Mizanin wants to throw. In the pocket. Under pressure. He'll go down back at the 33-yard line. The Dinos get the sack. It's going to be 4th and long. Good defense that time by the Dinos, putting the pressure on the quarterback. He had nowhere to go with the football. He ran out of time. It's 4th down.
And the Dinos were treating this like that hit 2007 made-for-TV movie High School Musical. We're all in this together, Sonny, as they have about 4 people bringing down the quarterback, forcing the 4th and 12 situation. So the Dinos did a great job defensively there. And, you know, it's a really good sign that they're starting to make these plays, because this game's still within reach. Not necessarily where you want it to be at 17-0, but the Dinos are showing a lot of signs of life defensively. Now the offense just needs to respond in kind and make something happen.
Will Hinckley led the way on that sack for the Carbon Dinos with 1:52 left to play in a 4th down and 12. And punting the ball away will be Juan Diego. So the Dinos, with 1:52, was still a chance to turn this into a 2-possession game.
You can really make this interesting
yes.
going into the half. And let's remember, Sonny, the Dinos get the ball to start the second half. So score here, score there. You're right back in this one, only down 3. So the Dinos, a really big chance here to answer back and hopefully silence the doubters.
Lang back to receive the punt, stands on the 35-yard line. So the Dinos getting the ball back. Now he moves back to the 30. There's the snap. Good snap. Good kick. Spiral kick lands on the 35, rolls to the 30, down to the 25-yard line, to the 24, still rolling, and it stops there. And the Dinos will start 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Did it touch somebody back at the 35? It did. Referee says it touched a Juan Diego player at the 35-yard line, so the Dinos will get the ball on the 35. So there's an extra 12, 13 yards. That's good field position to start this drive right before the end of the first half with 1:38 left to play.
And that was the leg of Shimakashi making the play on that. The punter from Australia had to sue the UHSAA to be here tonight, Sonny. But with plays like that, you can see why Juan Diego's willing to go through that headache of a lawsuit to get him on the field. He has a booming leg from the man down under.
Ball sits on the near hash mark. Quick throw out in the flat goes to Anthony Wilson. Across the 45 to the 50, 1st down for the Dinos. They're going to mark him just shy of the 50-yard line on the 49 and a 1st down for Carbon. Move the chains. Clock stops while they move the chains, and he goes out of bounds, so the clock will remain stopped with a minute 31 left to play.
And Tony Wilson leading the way for the Dinos tonight, receiving yards-wise, 24 yards through the air, as Stockton Kennedy has a total of 41 this game, really trying to make something happen.
There's the snap, throw out to the right flat, ball caught at the 44-yard line. Out in the flat, it's Lang to make the catch for the Dinos. Second down, we'll call it a long 3.
And Lang, just so fun to watch. Once he gets possession of that ball, he's just electric. He moves left, he jukes right, and he is able to find ground very consistently. Just a speedy receiver.
Near hash mark, Dinos go left to right, wanting to throw. Stepping up in the pocket is Kennedy. He'll go down, a loss of 2. Knocked down back at the 47-yard line, make it 3rd down and 5 for the Carbon Dinos, and they go into high tempo.
Yeah,
they line up quickly.
And you have to. Clock's ticking. You're almost to a minute left. They're trying to hurry this one up.
Trips go to the left side. Now one man comes towards us on the right side. It will be Anthony Wilson. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the slots. Shotgun formation for Kennedy. Wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He'll go down back at the 50. And getting into the backfield to make the stop is Ramirez for the sack, and it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Dinos.
And he stepped right into that one, unfortunately. Brought down before he could really find any semblance of a running lane as he takes his second loss in just as many plays.
Timeout called by Juan Diego with 46 seconds left. They want the ball back. They're going to save 47 seconds, so they'll change it. Add a second to the clock. So what do the Dinos do here on 4th down at the 50-yard line? Do you punt the ball away? What do you do here with 46 seconds? Do you try to make something happen? Do you give them the ball at the 50-yard line? Do you punt the ball away, take a chance of a good kick return? What do you do here if you're the Dinos?
In this situation, Sonny, I feel they need to go for it. You need to get something going. You need points on the board before the half. Try and make this one a ball game. So I think they need to go for it here as they sit with a 4th and 9 from the 50-yard line. The Dinos have a chance to convert here, and it looks like they are going to go for it.
2 receivers, both sides. Ball sits in the middle of the field. They go left to right, and the ball sits right at the 50-yard line. Stockton Kennedy in the shotgun formation. There's the snap, wants to throw. Throws to Wilson out to the left flat, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and he was right there. The ball just flew right through his hands. An unfortunate turn of events as Juan Diego takes over at midfield with 46 seconds left. Sonny, do you think Juan Diego is going to take an aggressive approach here, or do you think they're content with letting this clock run out?
No, they're going to take an aggressive approach, or they wouldn't have called timeout on the last play. They want the ball back. And they're going to try to put more points on the board with 46 seconds left. And why not? You're sitting on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you have a lot of room to operate here. I still think it was the right decision by the Dinos to go for it here.
Yes.
But just one that didn't work in their favor in the end. A conference of refs happening at midfield.
44 seconds, I believe, is what they say goes on the clock. Anyway, 2-second difference.
2-second tick off there.
And they got that fixed. So 44 seconds left to play. Ball sits right on the 50-yard line. Juan Diego with the football. 1st down. Shotgun formation. We haven't seen that much by Juan Diego. Stepping up in the pocket, running room to the 45-40. Quarterback to the 35-30. Goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
That was a really good run there. 23-yard scamper by the quarterback, Menzenin, bringing his total to the day up to 36 rushing yards. Now, not much happening through the air for the Soaring Eagles, but right now, you know, if you can stop the clock before the time expires, you can send out the field goal unit and still keep this a 3-possession game, but just increase that score a little bit.
Menzenin, I don't think he had any thought of throwing the football on that last play. Handoff goes up the middle across the 25 to the 23-yard line. Ball carrier Rosano, pickup of about 5, maybe 6. The clock says 23 and running. Let's see what they do here.
You're going to need to clock it here. Either that or they're going to wait for the time to tick down just a little bit, and they do.
And they clock it with 16 seconds left to play. So 2nd down and 5. 16 seconds left to play, 17-0. if you hold them to a field goal here, Aiden, it's still a 3-possession game. You got to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, no, a touchdown here, that feels like it's another nail in the coffin for the Dinos. A field goal, you still have a really good chance to come back from that. We've seen the Dinos in situations like this before at Ogden, where they found themselves down 3 going into the break, and Maddox Wilson breaks through, reads a screen pass beautifully, and takes it all the way to the house for a touchdown. The Dinos looking to replicate that success here as Juan Diego takes the field.
Bezenin in the shotgun, rolls to the left side. Here's a little shovel pass to Buckley. He gets to the 17-yard line, and a good tackle by the Dinos coming up to make that stop, Logan Anderson. But it'll be a first down nevertheless, and move the chains for Juan Diego.
And Menzenin doing a good job, hitting him with a little of that bit of Magic Johnson hee-hee action over the shoulder, throwing the shovel pass, picking up the first. 9 seconds left as both teams really, one trying to find the end zone, the other trying to protect it with their lives. So much on the line here with 9 short seconds on the clock left. Do you go for the field goal, or do you trust that you can get something off quick enough to stop that clock one more time or get into the end zone? It's a big coaching game of chess here, and both of these first-year coaches looking to make their mark.
So Juan Diego calls the timeout with 9 seconds left. 17-0. We'll get you some scores at halftime from around the state. Not only 3A, we'll get you playoff scores from all around the state of Utah when we go to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. Coming up here in 9 seconds. See if the Dinos can keep Juan Diego out of the end zone and keep it a 17-0 game going into halftime. Shotgun formation for Juan Diego. Mezenin throws into the corner. Touchdown for Juan Diego with 3 seconds left to play.
And that's an unfortunate turn of events for the Dinos. Celebrating like crazy right now is the Soaring Eagles. Making that catch, coming down in the corner of the end zone, was Tage McKinley, the junior, for Juan Diego, pulling it down and making this a 23-0 ball game.
So extra point. The snap and the set. The kick is up by Newport, and the kick is good. So it's 24-0 with 3 seconds left to play here in the first half. So Juan Diego gets the ball back at the 50-yard line. They take advantage of it, and they put points on the board. It's now a 4-possession game.
Yeah, and that was the last thing that the Dinos would want to happen here. 3 seconds left. Juan Diego finds the corner of the end zone on a pass from Menzenin to McKinley, pulling it down, toe tapping action on the left corner as they score, making it a 24-0 ball game. And right now, Sonny, this feels like it's really slipping more and more out of the reach of Carbon here in Draper as both teams take the field for this last second of kickoff action. The fight song blaring from the speakers as the cheerleaders get ready to take the field for their halftime performance. The Dinos need to pull out all the stops on this kick return and make something happen before it's too late.
So the Dinos will get the ball with 3 seconds left to play. See if they can make something happen on this kickoff. Little short kick, fielded at the 20-yard line. The 15 for Jones to the 20. Still with it to the 21-yard line. Brought down, and that's how the first half will end. We've played a half of football here at Juan Diego High School. State tournament play, first round action, 24-0 Juan Diego with the lead. When we come back, Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Carbon Dino football continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Plays the beat for Carbon Dino Sports here on 95.3 The Peak and CastleCountryRadio.com. A lot of other ways too. Aiden, we'll get to that here in a minute, but it's halftime, 24-0. Juan Diego with the lead over the Carbon Dinos. Juan Diego answered first on their opening possession. They took it 80 yards and scored, and they really haven't looked back. They kind of took momentum of the game. The Dinos have been able to move the ball. They just haven't been able to put any points on the board.
Yeah, and that's been the theme of the season, Sonny, is they really struggle when they get close to the end zone. That's been the big difference maker in a lot of these games, and it looks no different tonight. The Dinos do move the ball very well down the field, but eventually stall out, usually around the 32-40-yard line, and that's when Juan Diego has really had the opportunity to take over here.
So, it's halftime. Welcome to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. Sonny Buscarini and Aiden Mortensen bringing you the action here from Juan Diego High School. 24-0 the score here at the half. We'll take a look at some scores from around the state. First 2A, we'll take a look at earlier today. Judge Memorial defeating Grand 41-0.
Yeah, and that is an opponent that Carbon has faced, the Grand Red Devils, and something that they were able to overcome in that schedule. But Judge Memorial looking to kind of peak around playoff time, defeating them 41-0 at their home turf.
And American Leadership leading Providence Hall 42-13 with 4:09 left to play in the second quarter. 2A competition, our sister station KOAL, Jordan Buscarini will be at Emory High School next week as they get the night off because they get a bye. But they start playoff action next week, so that's why the 2A competition interesting to look at as well.
Yeah, and these are the two teams that Emory will be looking at going into that, ALA and Providence Hall. ALA, a familiar foe for the Dinos, defeated them in the season opener 41-40, one of the most electric come-from-behind wins I've seen before, as they look to try and make some noise entering the rest of the 2A playoffs.
So taking a look at 3A scores in the end of the third quarter, Ogden leading Union 42-6. Now that's two teams that the Carbon Dinos played this year as well.
That is, and that's about how we expected this game to go based on the region results. Ogden dominating the Cougars right now. A battle of the Wildcats, some might say.
And Canyon View at halftime leading North St. Pete 26-0. Canyon View, a team we seen last week, they played very well against the Carbon Dinos. They were very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball.
They were, and it looks like they finally found their stride, struggling early in the season. Finally, Canyon View looking to return to their regular form. 26-0, Sonny. Last time this game ended on a 1-point difference. Canyon View looking to flip the script here at their home turf. And then, of course, Sonny, we have here tonight, Juan Diego up 24-0 over the Dinos of Carbon.
So, as we take a look at, we want to take a look at some 5A scores while we're looking at scores here from around the state. Go ahead, Aiden.
Let's take a look at some 5A scores. West dominating Taylorsville right now, 68-14. East 39-0. Looks like the Compass is really the winner tonight. Cedar Valley up 27-21 over Woods Cross. Highland taking an early lead over Springville, 7-0. Northridge up on Hunter, 28-7. Wasatch slim margin there, 10-7 in favor of the Wasps over West Jordan. Box Elder up 16-14 over Granger. And, lots of action going on around the state. You got the first round of 1A2, and right now Enterprise up 14-6 over Parowan, and Gunnison Valley and North Sevier tied at 7. So much football action going on around the state.
Here it's 24-0, Juan Diego, and you were impressed with Buckley's first half of play.
Yeah, I was very impressed. Filling in for an injured star like Archuleta, Buckley has really taken the spotlight. 99 rushing yards and a touchdown to his name. On top of that, adds 27 receiving yards. But, it can't be understated how much help Rosano has provided to that backfield. 105 yards and a touchdown on the night for him.
Taking a look at our sister station, once again, KOAL tomorrow. 5 o'clock p.m. kickoff time, the Utah Utes battle the Houston Cougars, and that will be on our sister station pregame show before the game. So join in and listen to the Utah Utes.
And, looking at the rest of the Utes' schedule, this feels like the last game that they have a very good shot at winning. It is only harder from here, and the Utes just really struggling. Cam Rising has didn't play to his expectations in his return, and has been benched and has been declared out for the rest of the season due to injury. So, it was supposed to be a season of destiny for Utah, but unfortunately it turned into a season of tragedy.
Yeah, so that will be on our sister station tomorrow. Kickoff 5 o'clock. Some good college football being played in the state of Utah with the BYU Cougars as well.
Yeah, BYU has really come out and surprised a lot of people. Picked to finish last in the Big 12 coming in this season and just absolutely dominating. This is due to a stifling defense, and, you can't understate the importance of quarterback Jake Retzloff for the Cougars, the Jewish quarterback playing for the LDS school. What was even better was when they played SMU, the Methodist University. There was so much going on that night.
So then on Sunday, October 27th at 2:25 p.m. on, once again, our sister station, we'll have the Las Vegas Raiders against the Kansas City Chiefs.
And, normally the Raiders are really bad, but for some reason when they play the Kansas City Chiefs, they really turn it on. They start looking like the Patriots dynasty of old whenever Patrick Mahomes steps on that field. So that'll be one you're going to want to watch, or in this case, listen to.
So lots of sports on the Castle Country Radio Network on KOAL, and here as well, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. But talk about some of the other things that you can hear on Castle Country Radio.
We got news from yours truly. I deliver that hourly on the hour. Some news from around the Castle Country area. We got lots of talk shows courtesy of the Fox Network. You got Jimmy Failure, always a classic. You got Gutfeld. Just so much going on for KOAL and on our other stations. KRPX 95.3 The Peak. You have Mornings with Mallory over on KARB. You got Big Dave in the morning providing you with country's biggest hits. And there's just so much going on, and you can view a lot more. You can see more of the Castle Country Radio content by searching us up on Google, castlecountryradio.com. We also have several YouTube channels that you can stream games on. We have Meet the Candidates over on KOAL, Castle Country Focus. We have our sports channels, Castle Country Sports Emory and Castle Country Sports Carbon, both really providing a lot of insight into what's going on in high school athletics.
Yeah, we got lots going on. We had Thursday night football last night, Los Angeles Rams with the win, and tonight, Carbon Dino football. Tomorrow, Utah Ute football. Sunday, Las Vegas Raider football. The sports byline.
The fun never ends.
Yep, Monday through Friday, we have Dry Time Sports with Jordan Buscarini. He'll keep you updated on all the local sports as football is getting close to the end of the season, and then it's time for basketball and all kinds of other sports going on right now.
Really exciting, and one KOAL show you can't forget, Coast to Coast with George Norrie. I almost appeared on that myself last week. Missed opportunity there, but that's one. Always a good listen.
So it's halftime here at Juan Diego High School. It's 24-0 in favor of Juan Diego. We'll take a break. More of the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show when we continue.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Welcome to JN Auto, where your dream car awaits. With over 100 vehicles in stock, from trucks to SUVs and everything in between, we've got the perfect ride just for you. And our full service department ensures your vehicle stays in top shape long after you drive off the lot. Can't find your ideal car? No worries, we'll hunt it down for you. Discover the JN Auto difference today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
Carbon Dino football continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Ball's halftime. Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. Both teams are on the field and ready for the start of the second half. Now, of course, it's obvious what we're going to say here. But this first possession, as the Dinos get the ball first to start the second half, is a huge possession for the Carbon Dino offense.
Yeah, you have to make something happen here. You can't understate the importance of getting something off the ground here if you are the Carbon Dinos. I mean, you find yourself down 4 possessions now, 24-0. You need to find your place on the scoreboard, and then you need to stay strong defensively, force some turnovers. And, they're going to be their key to try and get back into this one. But right now, it's been all Juan Diego start to finish.
So we're about ready for the start of the second half. They put another 2:20 on the board here. So if you have some stats for the first half for both teams, Aiden.
Yeah, we'll start with Juan Diego. Buckley, the running back for the Soaring Eagles, 99 yards and a touchdown on the ground to go along with 27 receiving yards. And then you have his friend in the backfield, Rosano, 105 yards and a touchdown as well. Looking at passing right now, Menzenin going 3 for 4 on passing. Very accurate so far this game. Ended that half with just a beautiful touchdown pass, 41 passing yards for him and a touchdown. His favorite receiver has been Buckley, again, 27 yards, but McKinley is the one who came down with the touchdown in the corner of the end zone, 14 yards and a score for the young man. And looking at the Carbon Dinos, Sonny, right now, Stockton Kennedy up to 48 passing yards. His favorite target tonight has been Tony Wilson, 24 yards coming courtesy of very nice jet screen passes. And then on the ground game, Kennedy, the leading rusher for the Dinos right now, 12 yards. Kiefer coming up with a big 3-yard push through to get to the first down. And, of course, Stetson Paulson sits at 10 rushing yards. So a lot going on rushing-wise for Juan Diego. Carbon kind of struggling in that department. Passing has been much more consistent this game for the Dinos.
So the Carbon Dinos, 24-0. They trail Juan Diego, but we're ready for the start of the second half. The Carbon Dinos, really important here on their first offensive possession of the second half that they get some points on the board.
Yeah, it's going to be a big play, especially you're going to want to see Stockton Kennedy. He took a few rough sacks to end that first half. But from what we've seen all season long, that just wasn't very characteristic of him. Normally very good at navigating the pocket, trying to deliver dimes downfield as Juan Diego gets ready to kick. And, it really helps when you have a very solid soccer team to rely on, like Juan Diego does. Really delivers in the special teams department. We've seen that throughout the season from Carbon as well. Unfortunately, Luke Brady out tonight, and that's a big missing piece for the Dinos. The golden leg of Luke Brady has led him to several key scores throughout the course of the season, as well as pinning opposing offenses back near their own end zone as that scoreboard sounds. And Sonny, we are ready for third quarter action here on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Newman back to receive along with Jones for the Carbon Dinos. The Dinos will go right to left on your radio dial to start the second half. Hope you enjoyed the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show, and it's time for football. Second half action. 24-0. Juan Diego with the lead. The Dinos will get the ball. There's the kick. It's a short kick. Fielded at the 12-yard line. To the 15, out to the 19-yard line. Then a host of Juan Diego defenders. Nice kick coverage that time by the Soaring Eagles, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Carbon Dinos.
And they'll set them up at the 19-yard line. So, about where you get with a touchback. But Dinos really need to get something going here. We talked about it during halftime and just moments ago. A score here is going to be instrumental if the Dinos want to keep this season alive. A second half comeback is what it's going to take. Down 24-0, 11:55 on the clock in the third quarter. The Dinos an answer back drive here.
Dinos go right to left on your dial. The ball sits on the near hash mark. 2 receivers both sides. Shotgun formation for Stockton Kennedy. Man in motions Wilson. Handoff goes to the running back for the Carbon Dinos up to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. No gain. Second down. Good defense once again by Juan Diego. Paulson, the ball carrier for the Carbon Dinos.
And that's really where Juan Diego has made its name this game, is in stout defensive play as we have players down on the field for the Carbon Dinos. Paulson a little slow to get up on that one, but another Dino down on the ground as everyone takes a knee. Music starts playing over the sound system as coaches come out to check out the injured player.
We'll take a quick break with the injury timeout. 11:41 left to play here in the third quarter, 24-0. Juan Diego with the lead, the Dinos with the football, second down.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Sits on the near hash mark. Kennedy fakes the pass, now steps into the pocket, finds some running room up across the 20 to the 25. Nice pickup by Kennedy. It's going to make it third down and manageable for the Dinos. We'll call it 3rd and 4 after a nice run.
And the legs of Kennedy, you can't understate how smart he is, especially when navigating that pocket. I mean, stepping back, feeling the pressure, stepping forward, tucking, running, picking up a nice chunk of change on that one. Sets it up third and looks to be 3 on the play.
Trips go to the right side, the left side, the near side, one receiver. That would be Lang. Shotgun formation for Kennedy. Throw out in the right flat is incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Maddox Wilson. Falls to the ground, 4th down and 4. And the punting team will come on for the Dinos.
Yeah, just a little low on the delivery of that pass. Wilson trying to dive to catch it, couldn't come up with it as the Dinos' first possession ends, as we've seen many possessions end before for them tonight, with a 3-and-out punt team on the field.
Lewis back to receive the kick, along with McKinney for Juan Diego. The Dinos will punt the ball away. Good snap. Low kick. Partially blocked, I believe, and it bounces to the 50, rolls to the 45, down to the 42-yard line. It'll be down there, and that's where Juan Diego will take over 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. 10:03 left to play, third quarter, 24-0. So Juan Diego's defense does what they need to do. They hold Carbon to a 3-and-out, and they get the football back in good field position.
You know, special teams reminds me of that quote by Malcolm X, by any means necessary. As long as you get that ball down the field, nothing else matters. And it was a good roll on the punt, setting them up about where the return was expected to land, about the 42-yard line.
So Mazzana will go underneath center for Juan Diego. 2 receivers, both sides, 2 running backs stand behind him. Handoff goes the first man through, running open to the 50, across the 50, down to the 46-yard line. Once again, it's Buckley in a big play for a pickup of 11 and move the chains in a first down.
110 rushing yards for Buckley. Juan Diego with 2 backs in that 100-yard rushing game. It's rare to see 1, let alone 2 in the same game, but that's how effective Juan Diego has been on the ground tonight against the Dinos.
Ball sits on the near hash mark. Juan Diego goes left to right on your radio dial. Down to 9:43 and running left to play third quarter. Leading 24-0. Dinos need a stop here. 95-3 the peak where the Dinos play. Man in motion goes away from us. It'll be the jet sweep to the man in motion across the 45 down to the 44-yard line and a pickup of a couple. Second down, we'll call it 7.
That was a good run by the Soaring Eagles there. Making the pickup for them was Kingston Tabin, the wide receiver, only a junior for the Soaring Eagle squad.
Tabin with the jet sweep, picks up 3 yards. Second down, 7 yards to go for Juan Diego. On the Carbon side of the field, they go under center.
Carbon running a 2-high safety look, but typically bringing one of those safeties down as more of a rusher, trying to apply that much more pressure along the edge. That's what they need to be doing, sealing those edges, because that's where Juan Diego's been able to break off their biggest runs.
Handoff up the middle, once again between the hash marks. It's Buckley, and he'll get to the 40-yard line, pick up a 4, make it third down, and a long 3 for Juan Diego.
That was a good dive and tackle by Tony Wilson, dropping the shoulder, making contacts with the leg, sweeping him right out from underneath him. It's like the Karate Kid down there.
So with third down, 3 yards to go. Ball sits in the middle of the field. They go left to right. Under center, 2 receivers, 1 to each side, 2 running backs.
little communication on the field.
Split in the backfield, the two running backs. Handoff goes up the middle, running room across the 35 down to the 30-yard line, and a nice play. Rosano with the ball, with the carry, and he'll pick up the first down and move the chains once again for Juan Diego, and they're moving the ball on the ground.
And what Juan Diego has done so well, especially up front, is they know they don't need to drive their guys back. They just need to occupy them long enough for one of the speedsters in the backfield to break free. And, that's what they've been doing. You have players trying to spin out of a block, but when you look behind you, he's already 5 yards downfield. That's been the biggest struggle of the Dinos.
First down, ball on the 30. Handoff goes to Buckley. The second man through goes left side of the 20 down to the 15-yard line and brought down there by a couple of Dino players, but not before another first down and a big pickup of 15 yards. And Aiden, something that Juan Diego does really well, and it sounds like simple, but they do it so well, is the exchange on the handoff is so crisp and so clean.
It is, and especially in an option-based offense like Juan Diego runs, being able to sell it and look crisp on every motion of it really draws you off guard. There have been times I've been looking at the field, and I look 3 places before I can identify the ball. Everyone knows their assignment, and everyone sticks to it, and that's real team football down there, and that's what's been a difference maker offensively for the Soaring Eagles.
Man in motions, Buckley goes away from us. Handoff. Fakes the handoff. Now it's the end around to the 15, down to the 10, inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line.
That was
Ramirez.
Yeah, bringing out the lineman to run that one. I mean, Ramirez being able to do that, wearing a lineman number at 52, but listed as a running back and a middle linebacker, showing some size for the Soaring Eagles.
Second down, 3 yards to go. The ball inside the 10-yard line. Under center once again. Wants to throw. Slant pattern, knocked away, incomplete. Good defense that time by Branch for the Carbon Dinos. Right on the defender. It will be third down.
Yeah, throws the hit stick on right as the receiver makes contact with the ball. Drops the shoulder, knocks it loose and to the ground, forcing a stop. 3rd and 4 for Juan Diego.
Tabin, the intended receiver for Juan Diego. 6:24 left to play third quarter. 24-0. Juan Diego with the lead and knocking on the door here. Third down. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Handoff. Rosano finds some running room down to the 5 and then stopped by Maddox Wilson. Getting down to the 5-yard line, it's going to be enough for a first down. Move the chains, it's 1st and goal.
And Rosano does such a good job after receiving that handoff. We talked about how crisp that is, but he does a good job reading the field, seeing where defenders are coming from, cutting away from that. The Dinos need to almost hit him from 2 separate angles at the same time if they want to have any hopes of stopping him.
First down and goal just inside the 5 for the Soaring Eagles, trying to add to that 24-0 lead. Carbon Dino Football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos plays. This is the place to be for Carbon Dinos Sports. To the line of scrimmage, they come first down and goal. Split running backs once again. Roll out to the right, wants to throw. Looking, throws incomplete, knocked away.
Tony Wilson does a good job while keeping the quarterback in a contain, stopping him from potentially scrambling to the end zone. Sees he's making the pass, reaches his hand out there, bats it to the ground. That's a good read by the senior.
Mazenin, he rolled out to his right, gave himself some time, tried to find an open receiver. Good defense that time by the Dinos. Everybody was covered.
It was. They do a good job, and right now they're going to need to do a good job lest this one keep running away. A touchdown here makes it 30-0, and the Dinos really need to stop that from happening at any cost.
Second down, wants to throw again. This time he will go down back at the 10-yard line, sacked by the Carbon Dinos. Coming up to make that sack for the Carbon Dinos, it's Maurer. It's going to be third down now and about 10.
And Maurer coming up with a little King Kong action. Sacks the quarterback, pounds his chest, letting him know the king is here.
So Mazenin had nobody to throw to. Didn't really have enough time to really look for anybody. Good pressure that time by the Carbon Dino defense. Third down and goal. The ball on the 10-yard line.
And we've had discussions about this before, Sonny. Why, when you are running the ball so well, do you suddenly start trying to pass once you get to the end zone? It's something that has baffled both you and I.
Handoff. Buckley on the late handoff this time, down close to the 5-yard line. Not going to make it. 4th down, and the kicking team will come on, I believe, to attempt a field goal, and they will. So it's going to be 4th down on the 5-yard line, and Bryson Newport will come on once again to attempt a field goal.
And Buckley kind of taking that thunder combo of the thunder and lightning combination of him and Rosano, rumbling, tumbling his way downfield to the tune of, so far this game, 133 yards on the ground. Rosano has had less touches, but he's had bigger gains off him, a bit of the more explosive of the two.
23-yard field goal for Juan Diego. There's the snap. It's blocked. Picked up by Carbon. We go the other way. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Anderson to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Carbon on the block field goal.
And a flag goes flying, but they're signaling touchdown. My goodness, Sonny. Maddox Wilson breaks through the line, tips that one up in the air. They pick it up and rush it 97 yards the other direction.
Logan Anderson takes it all the way after the block. There's a flag. There's 2 flags. There's one all the way back on the 25-yard line. There's one all the way down on the 5-yard line. So we'll see what the flags are.
Flag or not, Sonny, that you can't not deny. That was the most electric play we've seen from the Dinos tonight.
Yes.
Maddox Wilson creating, and they capitalize on it with a rush to the end zone. My goodness, Sonny, I think I nearly threw out my back celebrating up here, waving my arm like crazy. It's always fun to see a kick return or a kick blocked and returned to the other side of the field, but it's even more fun when it's the Carbon Dinos.
We'll see what the flags are as the referees are talking, and they keep pointing down to this flag that's sitting all the way down on the 20-yard line close to where the ball was kicked. So let's see what we got going on here.
And it's going to be interesting to see what it's called here. Refs still deliberating, but it looks like the ball is headed back that direction.
That flag came out right, I think right after the ball was blocked, wasn't it?
It felt like it.
We also have a flag on the 38-yard line all the way across as well. I did not see that one.
A blindside block against Carbon is going to be the call. A sideline warning and unsportsmanlike conduct also on Carbon. That one, I don't understand the unsportsmanlike conduct here. They were doing what anyone else would do in that situation, and they weren't involving any Juan Diego players. There's no direct taunt, so I don't understand the personal foul. I can understand a blindside block, Sonny. That happens. But a personal foul just doesn't make much sense to me here.
Yeah, I'm not
following the logic.
I'm not quite sure what that penalty came from. So anyway, regardless, the ball comes all the way back, and the Dinos will start their offensive possession on their own 5-yard line.
And that's devastating, Sonny.
Yeah.
Going from a touchdown to now starting on your own 7-yard line. You talk about bad breaks. That's the worst break.
So 1st down on the 5-yard line for the Carbon Dinos. They will start going right to left. Ball sits on the far hash mark. 2 receivers, both sides, shotgun formation for Kennedy. Standing just in front of the goal line. Man in motion, it's Wilson. He'll come our way. Throw out to him on the little screen pass. Falls incomplete. 2nd down.
And just an unfortunate break there as Juan Diego had a player on the ground. Good job up front by the lineman, namely looking at the roster for the Dinos up front. It was a great block by Andy Kiefer, the sophomore, laying it down up front, bringing the heat as the Dinos try and move this ball forward. Just an unfortunate dropped pass there. As Kennedy takes his spot in the backfield.
So it will be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Trips come to the left side. Kennedy in the end zone, throws, caught by Polson on the little screen pass up to the 12-yard line, and a pickup about about 4. We're going to call it 3rd down and 6 for the Carbon Dinos. Maybe 5, depending on where they mark it.
And that brings Kennedy across that 50-yard mark in total passing yards for this game. And, you look at the other sideline. The Dinos loyal have done a good job of filling out the stands on the other side of the stadium.
Yep.
Definitely traveled with a fair amount of support for today's playoff game.
Kennedy gets the snap from Fawcett, wants to throw, throws out the right side, incomplete, intended for Lang, knocked to the ground, 4th down.
That was a very good defensive read by the Soaring Eagles, tapping the ball out and forcing a punt from the Dinos. Now, you talk about snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. That one turned into snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. A myriad of penalties sent them back all the way to the 7-yard line off what looked to be a touchdown initially. And now the Dinos forced to punt and set Juan Diego up probably around the 50-yard line.
Punting out of their own end zone will be the Carbon Dinos. McAvoy will kick from his own end zone. Good snap. Kick is away. Short kick's going to hit on the 30, but take a Dino bounce of the 35 across the 40. Keeps rolling. Just let it go, guys, and it stops at the 43. 1st and 10 for Juan Diego on the Carbon 43. They get good field position after the blocked field goal that was picked up and returned for a touchdown, but the penalty brings it all the way back to the 5-yard line. And now the field position is in favor once again of Juan Diego. The Dinos don't get points. Huge penalty on that return.
Yeah, and that's what really killed this drive, Sonny, was the penalties. I mean, you look at it, and it's one of the toughest breaks the Dinos have taken all season. Turning what turned into a touchdown and forcing it all the way back to a start on their own 7-yard line. Just bad luck there.
1st down, 10. Ball sits on the Carbon 43-yard line. Handoff comes to the right side. Just Rossano. He'll try to get to the corner. He does to the 38 and picks up 4, maybe 5. 2nd down for Juan Diego coming up to make the tackle. Ricky Sandoval for the Carbon Dinos. 2:40 left to play, 3rd quarter. 24-0 Juan Diego.
That was a good job by Sandoval sealing that edge before Juan Diego could really take full advantage of it. That's where they've really been killing the Dinos all game, is on those outside runs. Inside runs they've had a little less success with, but as soon as they've been able to find that corner, thanks to great blocking from the right and left tackles respectively, doing a nice job hooking that defensive end, forcing the defensive end inside, it's been a real successful night on the run.
Ball sitting on the near hash mark. Handoff up the middle to the 30-yard line, enough for another 1st down for Juan Diego, the ball carrier Rossano.
And Rossano moving to 132 yards on the night, rushing 133 for Buckley. The Juan Diego scoring attack, especially from the ground, has been lethal tonight, Sonny. As they line up in their regular formation, people checking the wristbands on the sideline.
So Juan Diego comes to the line of scrimmage. Ball sits on the 30-yard line. 1st down. Minute 35 left to play. 24-0. Buckley goes in motion away from us. Handoff goes to Rossano once again up the middle. He'll pick up 3, and then a host of Dinos in on the stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Carbon Dino defenders making the stop, and a pickup of 4 on the play. 2nd down, 6.
Sonny, it's good to know you can count. Sometimes I'm a little worried about that. But yes, 5 Dinos defenders in on that tackle as they stop it at only a 3-yard run. This is the area of the field we've seen the Dinos defense really find some success, creating some havoc in these short field situations. And we hope to see him do it again here as the time in the 3rd quarter ticks down. Only 55 seconds left in the penultimate frame of action here in Draper.
Juan Diego letting that play clock run down, shortening this game. Handoff goes up the middle. Rossano will have some running room across the 20 in the red zone to the 18-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle for the Carbon Dinos is Timothy, but not before the chains will move in a 1st down once again for the Soaring Eagles.
145 rushing yards on the night for Rossano. The chains move forward, but so does that clock ticking down. Half a minute left. Do you think the Soaring Eagles, if they can't find something here, just let it run out? Or do you think they try and seize the day and get into the end zone one last time before this buzzer blows in the 3rd quarter?
Well, there's 15 on the play clock. They got to run one more play. So under center, quick pitch, Masano will go to the left side once again. Nice defense that time by Carbon. Pickup of maybe one.
And that was a really nice outside block by Lachlan Cruz, the junior guard. Does a good job watching Andy Kiefer fly up along that sideline. Instead of going for a hold like most linemen would instinctually try and do, he hooks him, forces him to the outside, turns him around using his own momentum. That's smart offensive line play from Juan Diego.
Quarter has come to an end. We played 3 here at Juan Diego High School, 24-0 in favor of the Soaring Eagles. Carbon Dino Football, 95-3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. The Peak.
Welcome back. We go to fourth quarter action here at Juan Diego High School. 24-0 the score.
And you know, Sonny, it feels a bit on the nose to say that Juan Diego's knocking on heaven's door right now with the end zone right in their sights, in the red zone again, facing a 2nd and 7 as they start the fourth and final frame of action here in Draper. But this is an area of the field where the Dinos have had success in stopping a very potent Juan Diego attack.
Ball sits on the 16-yard line. We're ready to go. Play clock down to 20. Juan Diego is in no hurry to run a play, but the play clock is running down, but the game clock.
It's a bit weird time to take your time.
The handoff goes up the middle. Here's a pickup of about 4, maybe 5.
And one adjustment I've really liked from the Dinos in the second half is they're doing less body tackling. They're going more for leg tackles, and that really has halted a lot of forward pressure. It's really stopped the massive gains we saw early in the game from Juan Diego.
Whitaker, the ball carrier on that last play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Mezzinin gets underneath the center. Handoff goes up the middle. Past the first down markers, move the chains, it'll be 1st down and goal. Ball at the 5-yard line for Juan Diego.
And that was Buckley with the carry, picking up a nice gain of about 5, bringing his total to 138. Sonny, both of these backs for Juan Diego have nearly combined for 300 yards on the night.
$11:09 in running left to play. Handoff goes, first man through. Down to the 2-yard line. Pickup of 2, 2nd down.
And that play clock resets all the way to 40. Juan Diego really in no rush to try and get something off here as time continues to tick away. Down to 10:45 now. Nearly a minute and a half gone in the fourth and final frame of action here on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Up the middle. Touchdown for Juan Diego.
They go barreling inside. My goodness, when they have short yardage situations, both teams have really done a good job as Buckley picks up the touchdown for the Soaring Eagles, capping off his very spectacular day so far. 139 yards, 2 touchdowns for the senior tonight. As the fans go crazy on Juan Diego's side of the field, crickets from the Dinos.
So 30-0. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 10:36 left to play. 31-0 in favor of Juan Diego. And when we come back, the Carbon Dinos will get the football back here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a Spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
I'm Deegan Richards, number 2, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, home of the Dinos.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football. The Dinos will get the football.
And, it may feel like the game is out of reach, but the Dinos at least want to put something on the board as the kick goes soaring out of the back of the end zone. Dinos will take over at the 20.
First down and 10 for the Dinos on the 20-yard line with 10:36 left to play. 31-0 the score. We'll have some scores from around the state for you here when we get a second. Update you on some playoff action around the state of Utah.
It's an exciting night of football across all classifications, Sonny. Let's take a quick look at 3A. Final score up in Ogden, 42-6 in favor of Ogden over Union. And North St. Pete making this one interesting. 4:17 left to go in the third quarter. 26-14 ball game there.
Shotgun formation for the Dinos. Maddox Wilson goes in motion. Goes to the left side. Kennedy throws between the hash marks over through his intended receiver. Wilson was there, but he was covered very well. It would have had to be a great pitch and catch to make that play successful. Good defense, 2nd and 10.
It was very good defense from the Juan Diego secondary. That's one area of their defensive game that has been vulnerable so far throughout. It's just been a case of dropped passes from the Dinos. But that time, really good coverage, especially from those high safeties for the Soaring Eagles.
Dinos go left to right on your dial. Ball sits in the middle of the field. Trips come to the near side, double to the right side. He's in the backfield by himself is Kennedy. Stockton throws out to the right side. The ball caught by the tight end Wilson up to the 29-yard line. Excuse me, that was Polson, the receiver. So it's going to be 3rd and 1.
That was a great job by Paulson getting open in that flat, uncovered area of the field as the Dinos look to move the ball forward. Paulson, 13 receiving yards on the game, and that goes along with 10 rushing yards of his own. A really do-it-all guy for Carbon.
He does everything, doesn't he?
Blocks, runs, catches. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he could kick.
2 receivers, both sides. Shotgun formation once again for Kennedy. 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Handoff goes up the middle. Across the 30. First down for the Dinos at the 32-yard line. Move the chains.
That was a good job by Paulson, just bodying his way forward. These are the situations where he really thrives. He's able to pick up very big gains off of these short down situations. 1-yard gains can turn quickly into 5-yard gains for the senior.
First down and 10, the ball on 33. 9:35 and running left to play in the ball game. 31-0 Juan Diego with the lead. Dinos with the ball. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Quad to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. Throw is tipped, almost intercepted, and then caught by Anthony Wilson, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe pick up a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down. That was good awareness by Wilson to come up with that deflection.
That was incredible awareness, a little tip drill for the senior as that ball was nearly intercepted at the line of scrimmage by Garang Dang. He at the start of the season, he was listed as a strong safety and a free safety. Now filling that defensive end role for Juan Diego, wreaking havoc all night and nearly coming up with a pick there.
8:48 and running left to play in the game. Dinos with the football still on the near hash mark. Anthony Wilson goes in motion away from us. They go left to right. Kennedy wants to throw. Flag flies as the ball is snapped, and he'll go down back to the 30-yard line. Getting in there to make the sack for Juan Diego is Yeager, but we'll see what the flag is.
Looked to fly about as the same time the ball was snapped. Could be procedure, and it will be.
Will be.
And that'll go against the Dinos, set them back 5 yards, make it 2nd and 14.
6 penalties for 40 yards for the Carbon Dinos tonight.
And, some of those penalties haven't been as consequential like those as a timeout is called on the field, it looks like. Nope. Just Kennedy walking over to Coach Russian. But some of these penalties have not been as consequential as some other ones. I mean, biggest one that comes to mind, that unsportsmanlike and that blindside block that took the touchdown to a start at the 7-yard line. That was probably the biggest momentum swing in this game.
Timeout, Carbon. 8:07 left to play in the ball game. 31-0 Juan Diego. You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
You've been accused of doing.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Carbon Dino Football continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Third down, 12 yards to go. The ball sitting on the 31-yard line for the Carbon Dinos. Wants to throw. Kennedy steps up in the pocket. Little screen pass to Polson. He's got running room 40, 45. Move the chains for the Carbon Dinos up to the 48-yard line on a first down. Little screen pass to Polson out of the backfield.
Looks more like a panicked screen pass on that one. Official timeout. Paulson a little slow to get up on that one. Tons of teammates surrounded him. A Juan Diego player on the ground as well. So just a flurry. There was a lot of contact on that play, but that's what you expect from a physical game like football. Paulson did a good job weaving, winding, and bodying his way through as he picks up the first down. A nice 16-yard gain there for the duo.
So we got a player down on the field, a Juan Diego player down, and with that we'll take a break with 7:55 left to play in the ball game. It's 31-0 Juan Diego with the lead, and the Dinos have the ball almost at the 50-yard line when we return.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
I'm Deegan Richards, number 2, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, home of the Dinos.
Ball sits on their own 48-yard line. Carbon Dinos with it. First down and 10. Kennedy in the pocket will go down back at the 43-yard line. He had no time that time. Good defense, good pressure put on by Juan Diego. Not a chance to even look downfield with the sack, and it'll be second down and about 16.
Yeah, swallowed up whole on that one was Kennedy, as this one turns into a 2nd and 15 after a 1st and 10 very quickly. A dangerous situation now for the Dinos, moving the ball very efficiently down the field until that. Now you got to hope they seize momentum back quickly as the clock continues to run at 7:20 left in the 4th quarter.
Second down, 15. Ball sitting on the 43. Kennedy down the right side, incomplete. Ball was intended for Lang, falls to the ground. Be third down for the Dinos.
Yeah, Lang saying that he was grabbed by the jersey as he ran downfield. From up here, it looked like it was more of a clean play by the defensive back. But again, we're not the one actually feeling the contact on the field.
Third down. 15 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. 7:12 left to play.
You got to make something happen here. 3rd and 15. You don't want to give Juan Diego the ball back. But in this situation, you got to feel like Juan Diego's probably just going to run the clock down.
So the Dinos with the football. Third down. Kennedy. Left side. Maddox Wilson, the tight end. It falls incomplete. On the sidelines around the 50-yard line. Tried to get him the football, incomplete. 4th down, the Dinos will punt the ball away.
And if he would have come down with it as well, he would have been fallen right out of bounds as well. So really a no-win situation there for the Dinos as they bring out the punt unit yet again this game. 31-0's the score. 7 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game.
Ball sits on the 43-yard line. The Dinos will punt the ball away. Back to receive the kick is McKinley. Standing on the 34-yard line. Good snap. Line drive kick is going to land on the 35, bounce to the 20, down to the 15. Great kick. Rolls down to the 11-yard line, to the 10, and that's where Juan Diego will take over. Nice kick by the Carbon Dinos. It rolls down to the 10-yard line. They got 90 yards ahead of them, do the Soaring Eagles with 6:54 left to play and a 31-0 lead. Carbon Dino football here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. And don't forget, next Friday on our sister station, the Emory Spartans will be playing in a state playoff as they get a bye this week. Jordan Buscarini will be down at Emory High School. Pre-game show 6:30, kickoff 7 o'clock on KOL.
And that opponent looks to be ALA as they lead Providence Hall 63-13 in the fourth quarter. So, barring a miracle comeback, I feel like a playoff matchup is set.
Handoff comes left side. It's Buckley. It gets across the 15 to the 18-yard line. A nice open field tackle there by Caden Vasquez. And a pickup of about 7 on the play. Second down 3. 6:41 left to play in the game.
And he is having himself a night, up to 145 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for Buckley, as just really the rich keep getting richer on plays like that.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 18. They watch that play clock, and they're just waiting for the play clock to go down under 10 before they even get in position to snap the ball. Smart football.
It's very smart football.
Penalty flag comes in.
Little offsides leap there by the Dinos.
Offsides on Carbon, you're right.
And that'll move them to a first down. Clock stops until the chains can get set, but the ball keeps marching forward for Juan Diego.
So Carbon with 7 penalties, 45 yards. Shotgun formation, man in motion comes towards us. Little shovel pass to Buckley, falls to the ground, incomplete. Second down. That was going to be a big play if they could have executed it with some green grass ahead of them.
And we've seen him do it before, and it was Buckley last time receiving it, taking it 22 yards on the shovel pass. This time just falling harmlessly to the ground, but the clock does stop now. 6:07 as Juan Diego gets back into formation.
So the winner of this game plays Richfield next week at Richfield.
And the thing about Richfield that Juan Diego is going to have to look out for is that is a team built on defense.
Yes. Handoff up the middle, across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Pickup of about 5, maybe 6 by the ball carrier, Rosano. And that'll be an interesting game next week to watch.
That will. That's going to be one where really interesting situations playing off. Two teams run very similar styles. Richfield very run-heavy. Juan Diego very run-heavy. It's going to be a battle of the defenses in my mind, Sonny. Whoever can get those stops and turn them into points on the board, that's going to be who advances to the semifinals.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 29-yard line. Shotgun formation. Lozano will go to the right side. He's got running room as he gets to the corner. Across the 35 to the 38, pushes the pile past the 40 to the 43-yard line. Great effort. And to get the first down and move the chains with 5:19 left to play.
163 yards on the night for Rosano. A touchdown to go along with it as he is just having his way with Carbon.
First down and 10. Clock will go under 5 minutes before this next snap.
And they're really just letting that clock run down, really milking it for all it's worth. As you said earlier, smart football there from the Soaring Eagles, players and coaching staff alike.
You're a running team that, you shorten the game. Flag comes in. We'll see what the flag is.
That I don't even have a guess on, Sonny. Little conference of refs going on at the 35-yard line. Illegal accessory, it looks like.
So it will be huge penalty. 15 yards will take it back to the 27-yard line.
That is a 15-yarder, a personal foul as he has a bracelet on, it appears, that he's trying to take off as he walks to the sideline. Not something you really see, as the timeout is called in favor of Juan Diego. 4:54 left in the game.
So a timeout on the field with 4:54, as you said, Aiden, left to play. It's 31-0 Juan Diego. Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Toppet Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Truxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Toppet also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Toppet Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
First down for the Soaring Eagles. The ball sitting on the 27-yard line.
And, you really don't think about how big a 15-yard penalty is until you see the distance from the sticks. And then you realize that is a consequential call.
Yeah. 1st and 25. Ball on the ground, picked up by the quarterback. They're going to call an incomplete pass. They said that his hand was moving forward, incomplete.
Little tuck rule action. Shout out Tom Brady. That one looked more like a fumble. He did still regain full control of the ball, as he's hit immediately by about 2 or 3 Dinos as the ball gets whistled dead.
Not much difference in where the ball would be either way, so it will be 2nd down.
And Coach Rushton pleading his case to the white hat official, really trying to make sense of the call, as the conference of the coach and the official still ongoing. And they're calling a personal foul against Juan Diego.
And it was
declined.
I completely lost on that one, Aiden. I'm not sure. Anyway, the scoreboard says 2nd down, 25 yards to go, and the ball sits on the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I have nary a clue what just happened. I don't know why you would decline that. That's 15 yards.
So 4:45 left to play.
I mean, I may just be a sicko, but I want to see a 2nd and 40.
Yeah. Under center. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Screen pass out to Buckley on the left side of the 30. Has some grass of the 35-40. 45-50. Still on his feet to the 45-yard line. That's a nice run. Coming up to make the tackle for the Carbon Dinos is Branch. Also in on the stop is McAvoy, but not before a big 1st down for Juan Diego and a nice run by Buckley.
About a 28-yard gain on that screen pass by Buckley as he continues to improve his statistics. That's all he's really playing for at this point, is increasing those statistics. That brings him up to 55 receiving yards on the day. Juan Diego in total has 69.
Shotgun formation, play game clock under 4 minutes. Handoff goes to Rosano as he goes to the right side. Gets across the 45-40, still on his feet, 39-yard line, brought down. 2nd down and 5, a pickup of 5 on the play.
Yeah, I'm still baffled by the decision to decline that personal foul.
He goes out of bounds to stop the clock. We're marking off something. I didn't see a flag. Holding is the call. I didn't see a flag, but it's holding on Juan Diego, and that's a spot foul, so it's going to bring it all the way back to their own 46-yard line.
That's why holding is such a big killer. It is a spot foul, so if you get called for holding in the backfield, that really sets you back far, as Juan Diego finds themselves in familiar position facing a 1st and 20.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty, but from the spot. Can be huge. 1st down, 20 yards to go. The ball sitting on the 44-yard, actually sitting on the 46-yard line. They go under center. Flag comes in. It's going to be a offsides on the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, a little jumpy tonight, as I believe that's the 4th or 5th time that they've been called for encroachment and offsides. I mean, it's uncharacteristic from what we've seen so far. Maybe it's the synchronized motion that Juan Diego executes as they go down into their stances. But, it's something we haven't really seen from Carbon this year.
First down and 15, handoff up the middle, across the 45 to the 43-yard line, brought down there.
5-yard gain by Rosano, 173 rushing yards for that young man tonight.
Mortensen on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. It will be 3rd down with 2:56 and running left to play here in the ball game, and Juan Diego with a 31-0 lead.
Now a touchdown here does put this game in the realm of a mercy rule, so the clock will continue to tick regardless after a potential score here. But it looks like Juan Diego doing everything in their power right now to milk that clock.
They're going to run the play clock down to under 5. There's the snap. Little shovel pass once again to Buckley. He'll go across the 40 to the 35. He's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard. Make it 3rd down.
And that shovel pass, that motion is so smooth to watch. I mean, you look at it, he reads the defense perfectly, throws it a little underhanded behind the back, looking a little like John Stockton down there dishing out dimes, as 3rd and 1 is the down and distance now for the Soaring Eagles as that clock gets beneath 2 minutes.
Aiden, it seems like just yesterday we were saying, welcome to the 2024 Carbon football season. Tonight it's coming to an end.
Tonight it's really flown by, Sonny.
Yeah.
And I've had so much fun following this group of young men. Just a very great group.
Shotgun formation, handoff. Nope, keeper by the quarterback. He'll take it across the 35 of the 30, enough for a first down. Mezzanine with the first down and move the chains.
And
the first game of the season was one of the best high school football games I've seen.
Oh, you can't.
Ever.
You
It
can't
was
understand
fantastic, wasn't it?
That last second touchdown by Alik Lang to Stockton Kennedy, that's when you knew this season was going to be special.
Yeah.
And this season has really left you, if nothing else, with a lot of hope for the futures of the Carbon Dino football program under head coach Braden Rushton. The young man over on the sideline has made such a difference for this team.
Game clock down to a minute, play clock down to 7. They'll let it go and take a knee.
Victory formation.
And that's how this game's going to end. It's going to end with the final score 31-0 in favor of Juan Diego. They will move on to play Richfield next Friday at Richfield at 6 o'clock.
And, that's going to be a tough test, like you said. Both of these teams are in very similar styles offensively and defensively. It's going to be a game of who can capitalize the most as they take the knee. And, yep, that will do it. Both teams head to the sideline as those seniors take a last few moments to gather themselves on the football field. As a senior, this is one of the hardest moments of your career, is saying goodbye.
So that will do it. The final score here at Juan Diego High School tonight. Juan Diego 31 on the Carbon, Dinos nothing. When we come back, the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlenos Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlenos, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football.
Welcome to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show tonight. The final score once again 31-0. Juan Diego with the win over the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a look at scoring by in the football game, and Aiden, you just chime in like we always do, when you have something to say with the 6-yard run with 9:14 left to play in the first quarter. Extra point good by Newport, and it was 7-0.
And that's when we really saw what the style of offense of this game was going to be, at least for Juan Diego. Very run-heavy. We knew that coming into the game, running that split-back veer offense, that we were going to see a lot of runs. And my goodness, Sonny, did they run the ball tonight, and that showed that it was going to be consistent throughout the evening.
6:40 left to play in the first quarter. Newport with a 36-yard field goal. It was 10-0, and the Dinos were in striking distance at that time. They just needed to get some points on the board and kind of switched the field position too, but they couldn't do it. It was 10-0.
And that was a good job holding the Soaring Eagles to just a field goal. One of those moments where it really looked like Carbon was going to be able to get back into this one, especially after stopping a very potent attack from Juan Diego.
Buckley with the 26-yard touchdown, the extra point good, made it 17-0 in favor of Juan Diego.
And that's when things started to feel like they were slipping away, Sonny. I mean, after that, it just kind of felt like it was snowballing out of control.
And then McKinney with a pass from Mezzanine for to make it 24-0 with 3 seconds left to play in the quarter. The extra point was good, as we said, 24-0.
And that was a rare non-rushing touchdown from the Soaring Eagles. Menzenin, when he had to throw the ball, typically was throwing screen passes, but that was a good show of accuracy on the 14-yard touchdown.
Menzenin played a good game tonight. They just play a very quiet offense. They just go about their business. They move the football. They pick up yardage on every play. They run the clock.
They do. It runs a very similar style to what you see on the collegiate level from Army and Navy.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, being able to move the ball as effectively as they do, especially by running it so simply, that is an asset that they can have going forward.
Then in the fourth quarter, a 2-yard run by Buckley with 10:36 left to play to make it 31-0, and that's how the game ends. 31-0 with Juan Diego winning. Congratulations to the Soaring Eagles. They will move on next Friday and play Richfield at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and that is going to be a fun game, Sonny. We talked about it a little before, but really an exciting evening of football coming up in the quarterfinals. Lots of exciting matchups going on around the state. That's going to be just something that, you're sad you're not going to be there, but it's still going to be fun to watch nonetheless.
So with that, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have some scores, and we'll call it an evening here from Juan Diego High School. Once again, the final score, 31-0. Juan Diego with the win. They move on. The Dino football season comes to an end here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
Whether it is for your personal vehicle or a work truck, Top It Pickup Covers has what you are looking for to either dress your truck up or protect your belongings. Low-profile covers from Tuxedo, paint-matched fiberglass toppers from ARE, or full utility covers and bed slides. Top It also has the best warranty that you will find in the market. Top It Pickup Covers, on the west side of I-15, off the 400 South exit in Springville.
Looking to transform your space? At 123 Remodeling, we specialize in bringing your vision to life. From electrical upgrades to seamless drywall finishes and expert garage door installations, we handle it all with precision and care right here in Carbon and Emery County. Trust the local experts at 123 Remodeling. Call us today at 630-2215.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major...
Aiden will take a look tonight. Canyon View defeated North St. Pete 33-14, and they will move on to play Morgan on November 1st at 6 p.m. at Morgan.
And that's a rough game for any team, namely traveling up to Morgan, especially from Canyon View. That is a gauntlet. And we talked about it off air. We kind of doubt home field advantage at some of the higher levels of the game, but a bus ride from Cedar City to Morgan, that is killer. And that is Morgan playing with a real home field advantage, mainly based on location.
And then Manti and Juab both got buys, and they will play each other on the 1st as well at 6 o'clock at Manti Juab. That should be a good game.
That's going to be a very exciting game. Last time Manti's star quarterback was out. Mason Starkweather he had to sit the second half as Juab came away with a narrow win and a chance for payback. That game was at Juab, now making the trip to Manti. Both these teams really want to move on to those semifinals, so that's going to be probably the game of the week.
And Juan Diego with the win tonight moves on to play Richfield, the number 2 seed. That will be November 1st as well at 6 p.m. at Richfield.
And that, like we've said time and time again, is going to be a stylistic matchup. Two run-heavy teams. It's going to be a battle of the defensive. Who can get stops, who can force turnovers, and who can capitalize on those opportunities.
Ogden defeated Union 42-6 to move on. Ogden will play the number 3 seed Grantsville. That will be at 7 o'clock on November 1st at Grantsville.
And that's a matchup we've seen earlier this season between these two teams. Didn't go as well for Ogden as they might have hoped, so looking for a bit of redemption here as they have region round 2.
So that'll be quarterfinals. Morgan will play Canyon View. The winner of that game will play the winner of Manti Juab. Richfield will play Juan Diego, and Grantsville will play Ogden. The winner of those two games will play in the semifinals and then the state championship, which will be on November 16th at 7 p.m. So that's a look at the brackets in the 3A classification.
And, it's an exciting time. I mean, so many teams could win this 3A tournament, but in the end, it's going to be a battle of which team is peaking at the right time and who wants it more.
We'll take a look at 2A, which affects the Emory Spartans on our sister station KOAL, who play next Friday night. Jordan will be there for that. Judge Memorial defeated Grand 41-0. American Leadership 63-21 over Providence Hall. So next week, Emory will be at home on KOAL. 107.3 FM and 7:50 AM, and they will be playing ALA.
Yeah, and that'll be a good game. Those are two teams that Dinos played this season, Emory and ALA, coming away with the victory against ALA. It's going to be a fun one. A very explosive offense from the Eagles of ALA, so that's going to be an interesting showdown between them and the Spartans.
And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have the Utah Utes on KOAL as well as they play Houston, and then on Sunday at 2:30 we'll have the Las Vegas Raiders against Kansas City Chiefs. That will be on KOAL as well. So lots of sports on the Castle Valley Radio Networks. We are loaded with sports, and Drive Time Sports with Jordan Buscarini will keep you updated on the state playoffs and everything that is going to happen for the rest of the way. Now, our first basketball game for Carbon Dinos will be Wednesday, November 20th against Union.
And that'll be a fun one. Moving on almost immediately from one season to another. And, Sonny, I can't think of another person I'd rather be in the booth with.
We will be there for that. I'm looking forward to the basketball season. The football season has been great. Thoroughly enjoyed doing the games with you, Aiden. I'm looking forward to basketball. Anything you'd like to say about this football season, this team, before we call it a night?
Despite the loss, there is so much good you can take from this season with the Carbon Dinos. Coach Rushton coming in year one, tripling their win total from last year, matching the win total from the last 3 years. You can tell that he has changed the culture here at Carbon High School. Going to be a very exciting thing to watch the rest of his coaching career. Hopefully stays with the Dinos for the foreseeable future. And this group of underclassmen coming up for the Dinos, a class of 40 freshmen. The future is bright in the Carbon Corridor.
We talked about it all season long. This team never quit. They play to the gun every single game. They give it 100%, and that's the thing that I've noticed about this football team.
And that's been the most fun part of watching them, is being able to see their growth over the season. Just that no-quit attitude, something which we've highlighted time and time again, and that's something that I really love about this culture shift with Coach Rushton.
And this is a football team that had a very tough schedule.
They did. I mean, you look at it, 3A South, an absolute gauntlet, but even in the preseason, taking on some very tough competition.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to call it an evening here at Juan Diego High School. Again, the final score 31-0. Juan Diego with the win over the Carbon Dinos. I want to thank the coaching staff for Carbon High School. They've been great. Anytime we need anything, they send us anything we need. The coach comes up, interviews with us. He talks to Jordan on Drive Time Sports. I want to thank the coaching staff for a great season. I want to thank you, Aiden. It's been fun. I want to thank Jordan for helping us with his production for pregame shows and halftime shows and everything. It's just been a good football season. I'm looking forward to basketball.
Me too, Sonny, and it's been a pleasure being up here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth with you.
Hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. Again, the final score tonight, Juan Diego 31 and the Carbon Dinos nothing. Juan Diego moves on. The Carbon Dino football season has come to an end. Have a great evening and go Dinos.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.